The Jake Asman Show will begin shortly. Thanks to all these great Patreon members who help support the show. Get your super chats ready. Jake will be here in just a moment. If you love the New York Jets, this is the place to be. And now, the Jake Asman Show.
Two signings the Jets made this offseason might be flying under the radar. We're going to break down the film on each of these moves. Joe Blewett is going to be joining me. A lot to talk about. It's the Jake Asman Show. Let's hit it and get it started.
We sitting in here, we're excited as hell.
Now it's time to get to work. Are you a happy guy?
Oh my goodness, let's go!
I haven't felt joy talking about the Jets in a long time. When they announced it, I went, yeah! Let's go! A new chapter for the Jets has started. Aaron Glenn and Darren Muji are tasked with shaping the future of this franchise. Will they be the ones to finally get it right? We will be here for every step of the journey on the Jake Asman Show, breaking down all the storylines, every game, and everything in between. Please subscribe and hit the like button below. Super chats, baby. Cut the line. The Jake Asman Show starts right now.
Here we go, Jet fans and Nick fans. Welcome in, everybody. It is indeed the Jake Asman Show. Show number 2 on the day. We are, of course, presented by PrizePicks, and now we say hello to our resident net fan that joins us, Joe Blewett. Joe, you had to have enjoyed last night's result, and to that I say, screw you.
Instead, they got lucky in game 2 that when Manana threw the ball off of whoever's back that was. But no, seriously, my biggest news of the week is that I don't have to do a review on Brandon Sorsby. that's what's making me the most glad.
Did you start any review on him? Did you have any initial thoughts on him whatsoever?
Nope. I just tallied it up. I did 61 total reviews this year. I did not start to look into him. And funny little backstory: Jake was trying to get Knicks tickets, and it still didn't end up getting them. So we're working through the process with Jake trying to get those Knicks tickets, and hopefully you can be there for game 4, right? That's what you're trying to go to?
Game 4. Yeah, I had a fan first code, and I had tickets punched up at face value, right? I'm not going to pay a fortune after, what I already paid to watch, last night's disgrace. But the Knicks or Ticketmaster, I don't know. No one cares. I'm not thrilled. There is a chance I might need to hand the show over to Joe and then hop back in the Ticketmaster and work some magic here, but we shall see. With that, though, you made a really good point to me off air about some moves that the Jets made that maybe were flying a bit under the radar in terms of some of the discussion points around the team. And if you look at what the Jets did in the offseason, Joe, they completely revamped their defensive line, whether it be in the draft with David Bailey or obviously with a trade with T'Vondre Sweat. But they also signed 2 new defensive ends in Kingsley Enagbare and Joseph Ossai. You've done the film on both guys, and I think a lot of Jet fans are going to be encouraged by some of the things you're going to show them today.
Yeah. And it's not even like, I'm not even like gassing them up too much, but I think they're perfectly average. And I think for what the Jets have gotten in some of the recent years with like Michael Clemens playing, I don't know if you had the number off the top of your head, how many snaps he played last year, but it was way too many, however many snaps he played. If it was 200, it was 200 too many for the Jets. So I think getting guys who are near average players, who could be even ascending a little bit more is going to be a huge value added to the Jets defense. And the Jets really struggled, and you heard, I think DeMario Davis talked about it, like, hey, this football starts in the trenches, and it starts with stopping the run game to make your defense successful. And the Jets got destroyed, and they got destroyed everywhere last year, but the run game was obviously really bad as well. And they added a ton of guys this offseason in Ossai, who's a good run defender, and Enagbare is a good run defender. We'll do Onyemata in a few weeks, getting to like the nitty gritty of some of these players. Look at his run defense, Sweat, DeMario Davis, like all kind of run first guys. So, which may have opened their, window up to add a David Bailey, because they added all of these run first guys. So hopefully it gives them the flexibility to stop the run game. And then you're looking at a lot of passing situations, second and long, third and long, because my fear with this defense is if you don't stop the run and it's 3rd and 2, you're going to have 2 first-round draft picks park their ass on the bench, unfortunately, because there's no way in my mind on 3rd and 2, obviously depending on the exact situation, but typically on 3rd and 2s, you're not going to be playing Bailey over at Enagbare, you're not going to be playing Will McDonald over Ossai. So hopefully this adds a lot of value to the Jets defense. They can stop the run a little bit and really unlock the potential of not only Bailey, but Will McDonald, because he was not put in the best situation last year, both from the situational aspect and also, listen, like he rushed the passer quite a bit. And I made a highlight reel and put it up on Twitter of him winning quite a bit. And the ball was out within 3 steps because nobody can cover. So hopefully these type of players, not going to be the sexiest names in the world, but they're going to be like the backbone of this defense stopping that run.
I mean, in terms of the expectations for the defense, so much of it has been about Glenn taking over the unit and what that looks like. But a big thing in Detroit that I kept hearing from people who knew what Glenn was doing there is that he likes big size in his defensive linemen. Do you think what the Jets have done in totality this offseason really fits what that defensive unit is supposed to look like?
Yeah, they better, man. The size, like, and sorry, I have allergies, which by the way, I talked to you before. Like, I'm such just a bitch with allergies. I went to the beach and got allergies problems with my kid. Like, what is wrong with me? So I apologize if you guys are hearing that over the mic at all. But yeah, like this run defense, like in a bear front, which is going to be like a 0 tech, 2 3 techs, and 2 5 techs in the run game. You have Sweat, Phillips, Jackson Jr., Enagbare, and let's say Anyamata on the as a run defender, or like specifically playing the run on certain situations. Like, this team should be very, very good at defending the run. If not, we have a huge problem because the defensive line is made to stop the run. Demario Davis is a very good run defender. Even the backups in Francisco Mauigoa is more of a run first guy. And all the corners, like, say what you want about the corners of the Jets team, or the individual performances last season, or whatever you think of them, but Stevens, willing tackler. Pons, willing tackler. Brownlee, very willing tackler. Wright is slender, but a very willing tackler. So if they can't stop the run with the personnel they have, just individually evaluating these guys, it's going to be, I'm going to put 90% on the coaching. Like, this team is very run centric in terms of being able to stop that run. And if they can't, we have a serious issue with who's leading the defensive play calls.
I mean, our head coach has superpowers.
Play call is my superpower, really.
That's got to count for something, damn it.
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully we could really build upon the last year that he was coaching with Detroit, where he had 1,000 injuries and they actually finished decently well in terms of grading and stuff. And he learned, and he's going to continue that, trajectory. But you know what it is, right? We talk about the superpower thing. Like, if that was your superpower, then why didn't you do it year one? You're forced into your superpower, which doesn't seem right. But yeah, these guys should really, really help in that way. I think Ossai is more balanced run pass. But Enagbare is a savage run defender at times, and I'll show you guys that.
All right, let's get right into the film, because I know a lot of people are excited to see what you do, Joe Blewett. Plus, these are two players that we haven't heard a whole lot about. Comments, questions, super chats, cut the line. Reminder that if you have a comment during the film review, super chat's the best way for me to see it and bring it up on the screen to make sure that Joe can respond in real time. And end of the show, we're going to raffle away a signed Vinny Testaverde jersey for any Jet fan interested. Plus, new set of weekly raffle prizes for those of you joining us for the first time this week. Signed Cat jersey for all my Knick fans is our top prize. Signed Garrett Wilson jersey art print is prize 2. Signed AG end zone pylon and a signed Richard Todd jersey, all part of the weekly Asmaniac raffle. Joe, whenever you're ready, we're going to break down some film on Joseph Ossai to get us rolling here. Then we'll do Enagbare. Ossai to me is an interesting one, just because you looked at what the Jets gave him when they signed him. I think some people were surprised at the signing in the first place. So I'm going to put up the screen so we all could see what you're looking at here. You hear, Bengals player on a defense that was terrible. What are they doing? But break down the film and kind of give us your overall assessment of Ossai.
Yeah, like, and realistically, like, one player doesn't make a unit, and especially if you're not a quarterback. Like, I don't like those arguments, like, Justin Jefferson, he's never won anything. Is he even a good receiver? Like, it's you're 1/11th of a defense or of an offense. So you could be Myles Garrett on a bad Browns defense, or Justin Jefferson on a bad Vikings offense, or whatever it may be. Like, one player's not going to carry it all, and he's not a superstar. He's not Myles Garrett. He's not TJ Watt or anything like that. He got, 3 years, $36 million, like 2 years of it guaranteed or whatever. So realistically, looking at defensive ends and what they're making in today's NFL, $12 million is like you're paying a mid-level starter. Like, that's kind of what what he is, and that's what you paid him to be. So I think the contract is perfectly fine. He's been producing more and more each year, so you're hoping again he continues that upward trajectory that he's currently on.
He's only 26, so there's hopefully more of an upside.
Yeah, 26, so can he improve a little bit? Like, yeah, of course. I think he's a guy who's going to be a solid run defender, who's going to get you, 30, 40 pressures, whatever it may be, and who's going to get you, 5 to 8 sacks in a season, which is perfectly fine for $12 million a year. So we'll start out with some of the run game stuff, and this is just in chronological order for the most part. So it's not like run, pass. I got 7 plays of him, 5 good plays, and then 2 bad. So we'll see some of the run game right here where he sets a really strong edge, and then you see some effort post defeating the block of number 77 right here. So watch it, and we'll talk about it a little bit. Really reestablishing that line of scrimmage right there, pushing 77 into the backfield. You're going to see how strong of the edge that he sets here. Lands the hands inside, and he does play a little bit high. I do find that in his film that he does tend to play a little bit high. So I do think he could have better leverage overall, and you'll see that with Enagbare how low he plays. But again, found a little bit high. But right hand is inside. Again, power to hold that extension up and through the instep of the left foot here, up and through the right hand into the chest. We're then going to see him take his left hand and work I don't know if it's the wrist or the elbow or the hand right here. I'll see in a second, but he works the wrist with that, what we call a forklift. So really, really good job of reestablishing line of scrimmage, right? Pushing this guy 2 or 3 yards back. There's no way that ETN can bounce to the outside right here or even hit like the B gap because of how he's just dominating this one-on-one matchup. Really good hand usage with the right hand into the chest, left hand controlling the wrist area, right? Does his job here. ETN cuts the run up, and then you see the effort post defeating the block right there, getting involved in the tackle. And just little things like that, like chasing down the play after, that make an impact for me. Like, hey, is this guy a high effort player? And you're going to see it at least another time in this review where, like, yeah, he's a pretty high effort player, which I really like. And he has flexibility. Like, you're gonna see him on this play. He's playing 4-eye. There's gonna be some reps where he's playing 4-eye, 3 as a rusher. He could play 5. I think for the most part, if the Jets are gonna run like a 3-4, which again, we know how multiple fronts are and stuff, but if you're talking like a base 3-4, I think he'll play outside linebacker mostly for the Jets, but you can flex him inside for some rush situations where, let's say, hey, this is a rush rep and you have, Ossai here, and then it's Bailey and Will McDonald on the outside. So you could do that with him, but he's in a rush here, and we'll watch him. We'll talk about it a little bit. Okay, let's see. So does a really good job with the hand usage right here on the guard. So what he does is use his length, rushes that B gap. He stabs right here, again, using that length. And when you're stabbed that shoulder to stab him in general, obviously is not going to be able to then cover the gap with his hips. Ideally, he covers the gap with his feet and his hips, but that stab, again, kind of holds him a little bit more to the inside, which opens up the B gap for Ossai. So good rush, good stab. Now with that, he chops the right arm as well. So stab, like long arm, chop the arm, and then rips with this arm. A lot of guys are going to try to, basically put their hand onto your chest here and slow you down. And the more you lift up the elbow, the weaker it's going to be. So that rip move works right there, works past, gets the pressure, and that's a ridiculous throw by Rodgers. And then Freiermuth continues for a touchdown, but it's still a good rush by Enagbare. Again, stab, chop right there. Wins that gap. Rodgers gets out of it and throws the ball, but still a really good rush in terms of the technique from Ossai. So this is one where this one's a little bit positive and negative for him, where sometimes he doesn't finish sacks as well as you want him to. He has some good like bursts and stuff, but not necessarily the best like change of direction at all times. And this one's bad in terms of the angle, and we'll talk why. But we'll talk about it after we watch it. Defeats the left tackle there pretty cleanly. Again, not the best rush angle, and Caleb Williams is like that playmaker. He's going to do this to everybody. But
this could be week 3 of the Jet season.
Yeah, with it being said, and I'll talk about it, that's even more reason why I'm going to be critical of the technique in terms of the exact angle he takes to the quarterback. And this isn't just like revisionist, not revisionist history. It's not Monday morning quarterbacking, because I say this on every rush, how you want to rush them in terms of the aiming point you want to go to. But yeah, so again, it's another good rush. It's pretty much the same thing as last time, where he's using that stab chop or that long arm chop, where He's gonna hold distance right there, right? Because you don't want him to close ground and get onto your toes and just kind of crowd Ossai. So that stab keeps him off of him. Chop, right? Perfect timing on the elbow. Chop. Now he's going to be off balance. He's going to then again rush the quarterback. But the thing is, when you're rushing, and especially quarterbacks who are mobile, you want to rush, if anything, to their the backside of them, even a yard past their depth, because if you're going to rush shallow, it's very easy for them to get out of the pocket. Whereas if you rush with depth, they're forced to step up into the pocket, and then hopefully one of your guys can rally and make that tackle. But you do not want to rush quarterbacks in general, but specifically really mobile ones at shallow angles, because they're going to escape the pocket. Again, you want them to step up, if anything. So good win, bad angle to Williams, who then reverse pivots, gets out of there and scrambles. But overall, positive play because he won. But the negative is, hey, let's clean up that rush angle a little bit. Maybe we could have finished with a sack. This is an
Carl
effort one.
Dunbar greatness will coach up Kingsley Enagbare into the proper technique there, Joe.
Yeah, it's little things. It's little things that get you sacks or get you pressures or get you hurries or whatever it may be, and just rush angles can fix that. Here he's on the backside of this run. I forget if it's like a zone toss, whatever it is. Gainwell to the right side. He's right here. Defeats the block of Metcalf, crosses his face. This is just purely effort that I want to show that he is a high effort player, which I really do enjoy watching players. I hate seeing guys like gear down and not chasing guys down, but Ossai is one of those like Aaron Glenn, tough effort type of players. You can see it on plays like this where typically guys like, hey, it's a toss away from me, gear down a little bit, kind of hold my backside gaps, not really chase it down. But we see him recognize it pretty quickly, defeat the block of Metcalf, because that's what we're supposed to do as a defensive end. But the chase down is then on, lays a good shot on Gainwell right there to stop the run, which he potentially could have scored a touchdown if he were able to get out of that cleanly. So last play, and we'll show some two negatives, which are going to be based around his rushing ability, where, again, he's a decent rusher, but not a great rusher, not the best athlete in the world, and he rushes a little bit high, and we'll talk about that. Chase down speed. So he is, I believe let me say, I think he might be the left. No, he's 58. Sorry. That's my fault. So he's 58 right here, lined up as like a stand-up, really tight 5-tech. And this is one where it's going to take a little bit, like you really have to pay attention to this one and notice like some of the acceleration right there from him. But I do think he's a little bit underrated of an athlete in terms of like straight line explosion and speed, but they're running a stunt right there. And once Love escapes out of the pocket right there, and again, the ball is completed, but it's just showing some of the speed that he has. It's the burst post right here. Like once he crosses that tackle's face and the chase is really on, you can see that acceleration that he has in chasing down Jordan Love. So again, a decent athlete, decent rusher, wide variety of moves. He doesn't always deploy the most proper technique when rushing the passer, and that's why he's not the best rusher, but he does have some explosion, does have some moves, so that's good. We'll get to the bad really quickly, and you'll see that here.
Real quick, Joe, I clicked the wrong button and I didn't realize. Shout out to Dana. I had the graphic saying watching film on New Jets defensive end Kingsley Enagbare. Obviously, we're going through Joseph Ossai. So for those watching who didn't notice or tuned in real time, we are going through Joseph Ossai. Enagbare will be coming up next. My apologies.
Yeah. No. So yeah, it's all good. You said it Enagbare the one time. I was like, I'll let that slip, but it's all good. Ossai, 2 plays left of him, then we'll actually get into Enagbare, who I actually liked quite a bit. But right here, you're going to see him rushing 71, and in terms of the technique here, it's not the best in terms of how he comes into the contact. One, hands high, right? Hands wide. We don't want our hands like at this angle where our hands are flat on them. If anything, and again, it's the little things that can win you rushes. We want to get them more inside. We want to get them a little bit lower, and we want to like quarter turn, which again, nerdy thing, but it activates the muscles in your back. When your hands are flat like this, you're not activating your back as much. Where if he's just take his hands from like flat like this to turning them out a little bit, you activate some more muscles in your back. And then he's also standing up pretty straight right here. So hands wide, hands high, rushing high, you're not going to win many bull rush reps. And he gets locked down here verse 71, which is that Jedrick Wills? I forget if he moved or if he's guard or if he's even on a different team now, but not the best rush from Ossai. One more where he's caught in the chest as a rusher again. 58. off the left side of the screen right here versus the right tackle. And it's another one where you could see some of the rushing high and the hands wide and not being able to bull rush the right tackle here, which is that McGlinchey? I forget. So I don't remember everybody's names, but comes into the rush again, pretty high up, right? You want to be much more linear and through him. You want to put your helmet into his chin, not into his forehead. So a lot of tips that he's way too high into this rush. Standing
Mike
pretty
McGlinchey,
much,
by the way, is the right tackle there.
Yeah, McGlinchey. So is McGlinchey, who they signed from the Niners, right? A pretty big contract. But similar thing as the last rush. We're going to see a lot of this from Ossai. Hands wide, body high, allowing the tackle to land his hands in first, or inside and first. The rush is going to be shut down. They're really not going to do much after that. So he does need to work on this a little bit, just in terms of the technique, like consistency, rep by rep. He has enough explosion where if he can take advantage of his move, like the variety of moves he has, and then he can also bull rush guys, I think he'd be a much more effective rusher, but his bull rush is just not up to par right now. So for the most part, you're looking at a really good or a really solid run defender, a guy who is, again, a decent pass rusher, but not necessarily anything to write home about as a rusher. But, in the 40-ish range of pressures, 5 to 8 sacks a year, I think you'd sign up for a guy who's only getting $12 million a year.
Well said. Before we bring on the film on Kingsley Enagbare, let me shout out Ozzy, who's the first this afternoon to enter our raffle. He is in for one. We're giving away a Vinny T signed jersey. I think you won a Vinny T jersey on the show, didn't you, Joe?
Yeah, it's actually it's over there. I'm just waiting to put another monkey hook in the wall so I can hang it up right about there.
Well, Joe, if you entered today and you want to substitute it for a different Jet player, you are more than welcome to do so. But Vinny T signed jersey is up for grabs, and Ozzy is in for one.
Just don't let go of the rope.
Thank you, Ozzy. Let's shout out our guy Derek, the Kansas Jet fan. He's in the Asmaniac raffle for one.
They wrote me off. I ain't right back, though.
No. They would never, Gino. Let's go. Jet quarterback Vinny, Jet quarterback Gino. Going to give us the Vinny 98 season. Joe Blewett, believe.
Yeah, I pray to God. I need it. And again, you're experiencing some type of escape right now with the Knicks. I have absolutely nothing. So I need it worse than you even do.
That is very fair. All right. Kingsley Enagbare. The first time I heard of him was when Will Parkinson was tweeting all the time how the Jets should target him and sign him. And to Will's credit, they targeted him. They signed him. So if he sucks, we blame Will. If he's awesome, we just pretend like Will never had that take. I'm just kidding. But on a serious note, the more I've watched him, just watching some highlights, not doing the full film stuff yet with you, I like the player. So tell me what you found when you started going through it.
Yeah. Again, he's not as effective as a rusher as Ossai is. He's going to be a guy who's going to get you more like 3 to 5 sacks and probably in the mid-20s of pressures. That's what he's done in the last few years. But a guy who is a very, very good run defender. And he could play all up and down the line just like Ossai can. You don't really want him playing like D tackle, but another guy who, if my screen is shared right now, like he could play 4-eye, he could play 5 tech, he could play outside linebacker. He has dropped into coverage a little bit for the Packers, so he's not out of place there. But a decent pass rusher, or an okay at best pass rusher, who has some interesting traits in that aspect of his game, but a very, very good run defender. And he signed for like $10 million. So again, not the biggest contract in the world, but a guy, and you're going to see him on this rep defeat Penei Sewell pretty cleanly. A guy who in short yardage situations, you're not taking him off the field for, again, Bailey or Will McDonald. So am I shared right now, Jake?
Let me pull it up for you, Joe. Go ahead. Yep.
Yeah. So he's right here, and this is versus Penei Sewell, who's obviously one of the better right tackles in the league, and you're going to see him shed him pretty cleanly. Now, at the end, I want to be transparent. I'm not one of those guys who, like, if the offensive lineman trips over another offensive lineman's foot, I'm not like, oh my God, crazy pancake or anything like that. So he does benefit a little bit from Sewell tripping over one of his offensive linemen, but he's going to defeat the block regardless. So we'll see him right here taking on, I believe it's a down block, and they're running counter OT or counter GT, which is going to be the guard kicking out and the tackle lead blocking for Montgomery. So you have Sewell, who's going to down block on Enagbare right here, and he's 260, right? He's let's see what his weight is. He's 260, 6'4", so he's getting outweighed here by a good 60 pounds, but he is a very, very powerful player. So let's watch it. And again, he's going to add a lot to the Jets run game, where again defeats that block pretty cleanly, and you'll see how low he gets and how powerful he is consistently throughout these next. I have like 8 plays of him, but does a good job, right? Matching the movement of the offensive lineman, landing hands inside, landing hands first on Sewell, eyes peeking into the backfield. And when you start to feel or see down block pullers, obviously the run is going opposite of where you initially move or are moving. So anchors down, right? He gets pushed back a yard or two, but he anchors down. You could see he stands Sewell up. He's standing pretty much completely straight up right here, drops his weight, pulls himself through. Now, Sewell does trip right here. You can see his leg on his offensive lineman's leg. That's why it looks so good. But regardless, he would have beaten him. Arm over, clears himself up in space, where if he didn't defeat that block of Sewell, you're talking about a huge lane right here for Montgomery to potentially house call or a big run. Squares up the running back, Montgomery makes the tackle. So really, really good job right here of him to throwing Sewell to his face and defeating a one-on-one block for the tackle. So I'm sure if Will watched him, he was seeing a lot of the run game stuff, but also show some of the rush stuff. And you're going to see it on this rep right here, where he's outside to the right side, and we're going to see this is a really good rush from him. So you see a lot of flashes of the rushing. So this is a guy that if Dunbar can really unlock him as a pass rusher, then he could be a bargain for the price you got him for. So he's going to rush the tackle more directly here. Now, whether this be pre-snap, he's seeing that, hey, or feeling that I might get chipped here. And if you're going to get chipped, why are you going to take on 2 guys? So just rush the tackle directly. Or it could be a thing where post-snap he decided it, regardless of whatever it is, rushes the tackle. Again, taking advantage of his length, lands the hands first on the tackle. At this point, even though he has good leverage and good hand placement, it would be very hard for him to bull rush and get completely to the quarterback, which I believe at this point in the season is Joe Flacco. It's going to be hard to create or bull rush him that far back. So he's going to have to win either cleanly inside or win on the edge. Again, you can't bull rush that far, but right arm into the chest, left arm into the chest creates plenty of knockback on that tackle. The tackle is quite literally off of his feet right now. Again, not going to be able to close that much distance. So then he's going to rush, rush the outside right here. And his left hand is really good right here where it chops down. So we have initial bull rush, knock him backwards. Now the tackle is really depending on this hand right here to like hold ground on Enagbare, because the left hand, as you could see, is not on Enagbare. So there's a lot of pressure into this hand right now. So if you could defeat that arm, he's basically going to fall. Again, I use like the leaning on a wall type comparison. Like if you're leaning on a wall with one arm and then I suddenly chop down your elbow, you're going to fall into the wall or fall on your face. That's kind of what he's doing here. Getting a lot of pressure into that right hand. Chop that down, pull himself through. Really clean win for him right there, where the tackle's now on the ground, gets involved in the hit on Joe Flacco. But that is hell of a bull rush for him to then kind of turn it outside, use the hand to chop down the arm, and then win for the quarterback hit. This is another rush rep from him outside right here, right side versus the left tackle, where really, like, for his size, 260, like, he's not the most bursty guy in the world, but he has like really good bend and flexibility. And I'm going to show you one of like the nerd scouting terms right now that it actually matters. I know a lot of people will like eye roll when you talk about ankle flexion, but I'm going to show you why it matters on this rep. So he's to the outside right here, again, rushing the tackle, and he uses a ghost move, which is really, really nice. Again, the ball is out quickly, but it's not the point. He gets there as immediately as he possibly can. Again, he has no control over the ball getting out that quick, but it's a very good rush for him against the tackles. So decent burst up the field, throws out that hand, whether it be, whether he's trying to fake like a long arm, a chop, whatever it may be. When you're rushing a tackle and you throw that hand out, they're going to naturally want to throw their hands out too. So throw out his hand, 2, make the tackle shoot his hands back. You then dip under it. Right. So now he's completely dipped under the hands. And this is where you talk about ankle flexion. So Basically, what that means is your ankle being able to disassociate from your leg, right? Because if your shin and your ankle have to be in line where you don't have flexibility, you're not going to be able to turn the corner here. Like you can see, it almost looks like his ankle is like broken right here. That's what we talk about when we talk about ankle flexion, because your cleats need to be in the ground while you're bending and your legs at whatever angle you want to call this. I'm not good with angles, but your foot needs to be flat on the ground while bending. So if you don't have ankle flexion, that's when you see guys slip a lot. So really good bend, really good ankle flexion, hell of a ghost move. Again, throwing out that hand, forcing the tackle's hand, dip under those hands, bend, flexion. Yeah, dude, that's beautiful move. Beautiful move. Again, time it, get underneath the hands, flexion, bend, get to the quarterback, ball is out. But like very, very good rush for, regardless if it's Enagbare or Myles Garrett, that's a very, very good rush. I got 3 more positive, 2 more negative. This is him versus a tight end, which good luck. Like that's the thing that worries me a little bit with like McDonald and Bailey. You could block those guys with tight ends. He is not going to be blocked by a tight end. So watch him versus this tight end right here. And then we'll talk about a little bit of what happens here on this rep where, again, just absolutely tosses him aside to get in on the tackle of 33 is Javonte Williams, right? So, looks like he's trying to spike into like this C gap. He's trying to win this. Is it the C gap? That's a tackle, right? Yeah, C gap, where it looks like you have a corner kind of having like that edge responsibility right here. So he tries to work inside towards that C gap, but he's engaged by the left tackle and the tight end, and the tight end is trying to work across his face. So at this point, he's not winning this gap. So instead of just not like blindly, but instead of just continuing to push into this gap, he then just throws the tight end into the gap to handle said gap, right? Because if the running back's going to cut into here, fine, but let me throw the tight end so he quite literally can't now. Again, takes the tight end off of his feet. This is not a good spot to be in if you're blocking anybody. So hell of a job right there. Again, landing the hands, gearing down, pulling himself through a lot of core power, and now he's just tracking down the running back and lays a smack onto Javonte. So again, trying to win that C gap initially, not winning it. How am I going to counter? I'm going to throw the tight end into it, and then I'll make the tackle after anyway. This is a good one of him taking on a pull where I believe the guard right here goes to kick out and the center leads. So watch how low and flexible he is here right here. Bursts into the backfield and makes a tackle on old buddy Zonovan Knight. So right here,
damn Knight.
Just who really they should have kept. I don't know why they got rid of him. Him and Ty Johnson are the ones who slipped away, our running back 3s or 4s that could have been here. But a ridiculous job again. Comes off the ball, right? You want to squeeze down, you want to pinch down on this space right here, pinches down, sees the pull coming, and look how freaking low he gets. Like he is absurdly low. Again, really good base, a lot of pressure off the left instep right here, eyes in the backfield. And yeah, like this guard can try to match him mano-a-mano, but good luck getting that low with Enagbare. Absurdly low, really good flexibility. And now Bam Knight's in his tackle radius, and he's going to burst to him and again smack the crap out of him after taking on a pull. Like that is a very, very good play in the run game for Enagbare. One left of the positives, and this is another one of him just destroying a puller. This time they're running counter. You can call it GH, quite literally. It's that simple. So he is right here on the right side as a left defensive end. And again, just completely stands up the puller right here. Similar situation, gets low, pinches down, same foot, same shoulder, really, really powerful position to be in for Enagbare. Again, good luck getting that low and kicking him out. Stands up the puller completely, then just finds the running back, gets involved in the tackle. But the main point is like, you're not going to kick him out. You're not going to block him one-on-one in the run game for the most part. And if you try to block him with a tight end, you're in for a shit sandwich. So hell of a job by Enagbare on that one. I got 2 quick negatives. We're going to see some of the lapses in his ability to rush, where he's not always taking, and this is Tunsil. He's rushing right here, by the way. He's on the left side. He's rushing Tunsil. He doesn't always play with like angles and stuff like that. We talk about it plenty. I've been on the show for about a year now or whatever it is. We've talked a lot about like angles, right? Like rushing a guy heavier stem inside to get outside, or more outside to get inside, or whatever it is. Like just like receivers versus corners, you do want to play with your angles. At times he can just kind of rush at straight angles. He rushes directly at Tunsil right here. Isn't ready for the hand of Tunsil. Tunsil lands his hand into the chest. Enagbare's hand is wide, and then the rush is going to be completely shut down there. So I do want to see him more consistently work angles and have a better rush plan than he does. His rush plan is not consistent rep to rep as much as you want it to be. And this is another one where you're going to see him. Now, transparently, I don't know if this play is like end of the game, end of the half situation, whatever it may be, where he's just tired. Maybe it's a hurry up offense where he's been on the field for 7-8 plays straight and he's just gassed out. But you're going to see like a very real lack of like burst here when he works towards Broderick Jones, the left tackle. So you're going to see how like slow he is right there, turning into Jones. And again, maybe it's a situation where it's late game. They're trying to contain him transparently. I do forget, and I should have obviously noted it down, but you could see some of this too, where he just lacks juice at times, where I like the angles of rushing vertical to then push inside. But the problem is there's just really no juice here from Enagbare. Rushes completely, for the most part, completely straight up and gets shut down right there. Rodgers delivers the ball. Did he complete that? Hold on, that's ridiculous. If he completed that, he might have, which is absurd.
He played really well this night, but the Browns actually won. Flacco outplayed the Steelers defense. They both had big nights.
Yeah. No, hold on. I think you're talking about the Bengals game, right?
What team is that? Is that not when the Bengals wore the white uniforms?
Oh, no, Packers.
Dude,
Packers.
I'm in my own head screwing up Ossai and Enagbare again, because we did Ossai and there were plays with him against Rodgers wearing white in that Thursday night game. So here we are again. I'm seeing a team wearing white playing the Steelers, and I'm like, all screwed up. Yes.
Let's be real here, Jake. Your mind is wrapped up in getting finals tickets right now. That is where your mind is wrapped up in.
You don't even want to know what I dealt with before the show today. Good God.
Completely okay. But yeah, no, so that's really it for all of the film of those guys. Short and to the point, but I think you're looking at kind of a average-ish rusher and or average rusher plus pass defender for plus run defender for Ossai. And then Enagbare is a guy who has like really interesting traits in terms of being super powerful, having some really good rush reps, having really good flexibility. He just hasn't put it all together yet, but you're talking about a very, very serious run defender with Enagbare. So I really do like both those signings for what they are. Again, I'm not calling them TJ Watt or Myles Garrett, but it's all relative to the contracts they got, right? So if they're a $12 million player who performs like a $16 million player, then great, so it's all relative to the contract. And I think the Jets did well in that category for these guys.
I'll tell you what, this comment that I starred from JD Surf City, I think kind of sums up the Jets roster on defense. They have actual NFL players now on that side of the ball. Like, you're never going to convince me Michael Clemens is an NFL player.
Dude, playing him and Brady McGregor, I don't know how many reps he played either, but you're talking about guys who are barely rosterable, which is so confusing. Maybe it's just like the Jets thing where Kinlaw came off of I already thought he got a bad contract with the Jets, getting one year, $7.5 million. He sucked the entire season. And then the Commanders gave him $15 million. And I checked back and I think he got like 2 sacks for $15 million. And then Michael Clemens is just a gross player. And then he got $5 million a year from the Colts. So I don't know what it is with these people overpaying Jets failed defensive linemen or just players in general. But yeah, Clemens was barely rosterable last year. McGregor's probably not going to be on a roster this year. So from going from those guys to guys who are at least decent overall, it's going to be great for the Jets defense.
Comments, questions, super chats, cut the line. Some comments that I starred here. Peter Castro says, more Blewett, best and most knowledgeable guest. Paul says, always an excellent in-depth show when Joe is on. Joe, people like you seemingly.
Peter Castro, the check is in the mail, my friend. He's been glazing, but I appreciate Peter Castro. Maybe is he coming on the what is it, July 11th? Is he going to be there?
He'll be there in a Speedo.
Oh, nice. All right. Speedo off with Peter Castro. I'm looking forward to it. But, I appreciate it. It takes a ton of work to put all these reviews together. Again, I did 61 reviews this offseason, which is stupid. I'm now done and looking forward to a 2-month break before we get back into preseason and the regular season, all that stuff. And hopefully the regular season isn't me just coming on the show for 18 weeks in a row, dumping on the Jets and talking about how shitty the defense is. And we can actually evaluate some fun stuff. So here's the hoping, but I appreciate you, Peter. And was it Paul? I forget the other name, so I apologize.
Comments, questions, super chats, cut the line. July 11th, Atlantic City. Lou B will be there. Lou B, super Jet fan, also crazy Nick fan, who I got a chance to experience game 3 of the finals with last night. Lou has put together quite the event, Speedo competition and all. Come hang out. Joe is going to be there. Sabo is going to be there. Dom C is going to be there. That turncoat, Nick Faria, is going to be there. I just realized it still says Jet X for Nick. He's now, of course, with SI. We got a who's who of people all in one spot. Tickets on sale now. Just go to ganggreenbeachclub.com and come party with us. Joe, you're a cop. Do you plan on arresting any Asmaniac that approaches you in AC?
Absolutely not. I am the least cop out there, I think, for the most part. Unless like a haircut or two. I am not that guy off duty. I'm more, unless like somebody's getting, like kidnapped, I am turned a blind eye. Everybody have their fun. I'm sure I'll be partaking in a few drinks as well. So I might get a little rowdy as well.
I'm pumped, man. I really am. I think it's going to be a great day.
Yeah.
We'll kind of start to get into that football mode. It's still early enough in summer, though, before training camp. So I'm looking forward to it. And again, you, Frankie V, Bailey Bros, Arvell's Army, all in one spot. Who knows what's going to go down?
Yeah, I don't think anything overly. Maybe it was like an Oklahoma drill, me and Frankie or something like that. Obviously, joking around, but it's again. I put more of the onus on Sabo. I put it on more on Sabo because he's more of the Bailey hater than I was. I did not like Bailey. Going back and watching him, I still hold the same opinion that I did. I'm not just going to change it. But it's really Sabo versus Frankie. I'll sit there with a old fashioned and relax. I don't need any more aggravation or arguments. I have 2 kids who are basically under 2, so I'm chilling if I'm going anywhere. I'm not doing anything. No arguing, no nothing.
I love it. Open phone lines for anyone who wants in. Right now, there's no one on hold. So if you want to come in, talk Jets, make your Knicks point. We hit a lot on the Knicks. In my earlier show, obviously, fresh off the game, you certainly can. This right here is a take of all takes from Tank EV. I want to put it up on the screen just to kind of get your thoughts as someone who's done film study on all these guys. Frankie thinks the 3 players on the left are going to be better than we think. That Sherwood, Braylon Allen, and Malachi Moore. And the 3 players on the right are going to be worse than most of us think. That's Mason Taylor, Tavondre Sweat, Mika Fitzpatrick. I'm really relying on you for this, Joe, because I trust your football acumen as much as anyone I could talk to regularly. Your thoughts on the Frankie V list here?
Yeah, so I like Frankie, and so I'm not just like hating the hate here, to be completely transparent. It's just I think this list would make a lot more sense if you completely flipped it. If you put the worst where the better were. Braylon Allen has done what in his NFL career? I'll wait. Because it's been absolutely nothing. Let's just be honest. It's a lot of like training camp highlights. Michael Clemens carrying the bat. Oh, he's jacked, means he's a good football player. I thought that Isaiah Davis was the better player in college, and he's been the better pro so far pretty easily. Malachi Moore, we have a Malachi Moore versus Dane Belton review coming up in a few weeks. Malachi Moore was bad in his rookie year. I am sorry. He was not good. There's plenty of missed tackles. The Bucks game, the first play he came in, he almost got beat on that corner route versus whatever white receiver it was. Will McDonald blocks that field goal. And then do you remember that deep post that wasn't connected on by Baker Mayfield? It was like the first play after McDonald scored that touchdown. Malachi Moore got roasted. So I think Malachi Moore is probably the one player that Jets fans are much higher on than I am. After watching his rookie season, I was very disappointed in what he was. I think Belton 2025 was easily better than Malachi Moore's. Now, maybe Malachi Moore starts because a little bit, I think a year younger. He's a draft pick. less years of experience, so maybe they start him. But Belton was easily better than Moore. Again, I'm not hating hate. I'll show Malachi Moore film.
Belton, I think, is going to start. No one talks about it. The guy makes tackles. He doesn't miss tackles. The Jets desperately need just like a solid floor guy back there.
Yeah. Again, not hating the hate. I'm going to show the film of Malachi Moore, so I'm not just pulling out of thin air. He was beat often. I just did his review the other day. Mason Taylor is a guy who I thought was really good. Like coming out of LSU, I didn't expect him to be a plus blocker in any way, and he really impressed me with his blocking. And I know he had 6 or 7 drops towards the end of the year, but Justin Fields consistently hit him late and made contested catch situations where they didn't need to be contested catch situations. We're also doing that review, so I'll show you exactly why I think he's underrated. Tavondre Sweat, we did that review already, and we did Mink already, so I don't really need to speak for it. But I would have to ask him, well, what's the reason? Like, what did you see from Malachi Moore? Because really past the forced fumble in the Saints game, there wasn't anything good. Braylon Allen has done quite literally nothing. I think Jamie Sherwood's I think that's a fair one because maybe he was overrated at first and now he's underrated because of how bad he was. Maybe he's in the middle. So I could understand the Sherwood one. Allen and Moore, I cannot get on board with. Mason Taylor, Sweat, Mink, I disagree with all of those guys, to be transparent. What was the reason for Minka? Minka's been a very good player, and he's 29 years old, and people talk about him like he's 34.
That was basically what he was saying, and he actually had the take. You're gonna hate this, knowing what I just heard you say about Moore. That Moore will be better than Minka this year. That was the biggest Frankie V take on my show on Monday.
Yeah, I almost want to do the Malachi Moore review now. Can I pull up like just 2 plays quickly? I'm not going to break him down. Can I just show you him getting absolutely roasted in his first game?
Yeah, I mean, please. It's June 9th. No one wants to talk about the Jets, and if you're fired up about something, I'm in. I desperately need it. Let's go.
Yeah, and again, Braylon Allen, I didn't even do a film review on because he got injured so early into the year. And I don't know if you can see my screen right now. I think Windows changes my background automatically every hour or something, and there's just a big ass parrot on my screen. This is not me. Dude, I don't know how to change it. Like, I am so dumb with technology. I don't know how to change my background on my computer. So if you see anything sketchy or weird, I'm not a fan of parrots or whatever bird this is, but here we are. So
let me come up with a name for your parrot. Let me ask my doctor, my veterinarian. You know, he's a bird guy. Beast, what would you name that parrot?
I don't do parrots. I only do guinea pig. That's all I can think of, kids.
How did you name little Joey?
I name him? I go with something a little bit more class. You're supposed to do with some class. You know, come on, if you don't know.
Yeah, B, sometimes I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
All right, we tried. That didn't go anywhere. Joe, continue now, showing us why Frankie V's out of his mind for his Malachi Moore greater Minka take.
Yeah. And again, I'm going, this is not a real review. I am lightning rounding this and just showing you a bunch of plays where we'll do the actual breakdown in a few weeks, but I'll just tell you he was responsible for this stuff. And then we'll talk about just, okay, like better than Minka, who's been a top 10 safety for quite a few years and didn't have as much production last year because in the last few years, but specifically last year because he was forced into the box because of injuries. But
I was at this game. This was the fourth quarter at the very
Malachi
end. I
Moore,
the exact play.
Again, I'll be really simple with these. Malachi Moore quarters, the 1 becomes the 2 vertical. This is his guy now. Okay. This is his guy. Eyes in the backfield. Baker Mayfield misses the pass. His guy, again, completely lucky that the pass was missed here. Okay. That's his first rep or one of his first reps. Nearly beat for a touchdown. This is him right after Will McDonald blocked the field goal. This is going to be his route. Whoop. Again, overthrow. So you have 2 touchdowns right there. He could have been beat for in his first couple of reps. Missed tackle. I'm lightning rounding these. So he's right here. He misses the tackle, allows another like 10 to 15 yards because of the missed tackle. Late to match crosser. This is one he got credit for. But he is so deep right here in terms of his depth that this ball should have been completed 10 out of 10 times. And Bryce Young put a bad ball in late. And then the guy actually drops it. Like, you actually see him drop it before Malachi Moore even comes in, and then he pumps. Everybody's pumping him up after that play like it was good, but the ball was just really late. He got beat on that one. There's a hold here, beat to flat. This is another. I think this is one mental lapse. Can't get outflanked to the flat. Outflanked to the flat. 10-yard plus completion. Missed tackle. Again, I don't mean to dump on him. I'm just trying to show you, like, hey, we're talking about him being better than Minka. Missed tackle, touchdown, P. Ryan. Another missed tackle for Malachi Moore right here. This is on is that Brown? Missed tackle on Brown. Rally, make a tackle after. Other people do, but still missed tackle.
Ralphie says first career start. Lighten up, Blewett.
I'm just saying. I'm just showing you the evidence. I'm not. It's not. Oh, bad play, but first career start. Because I'll show you more. This is past the first career starts. Okay, he's in man coverage right here on number one. On I believe it's Mooney at this point. Gets his eyes locked into the backfield. Completely loses the drag. Look how open he is. Malachi Moore's guy. Okay, keep running through. Another missed tackle. Not in his first game. Whoever said that. And again, I'm just saying, not better than Minka. Missed tackle there. Let's see. Late to drive down, middle of the field, forced fumble. We'll talk about that. Top inside slot. That's a little bit more intricate. Blown coverage. This is in the Saints game. He is the middle of the field safety right here. Has to gain depth. Olave. Bang. Touchdown. Taysom Hill. Hold on. I got like 2 or 3 more. Again, I don't mean to dump on him, but I'm just saying in terms of saying he's better than Minka, I think that's a little bit absurd right here. Missed tackle. This sack. This is one where I talk about like, hey, he rushes off the left side right here. What we talk about with Ossai. Rush with depth. Do not rush shallow. Rushes shallow. May gets out of the pocket. Throws the ball to Hunter Henry. Last one, 21-yard whiff. Bottom of the screen. He's in the curl to flat right here. Versus the running back. Whiffs the tackle. Too far inside out. Allows 21 yards. So, and I did 26 plays of him. I would say probably 16 of them were negative. So, not better than Minka Fitzpatrick. There's absolutely no way. Like I cannot stamp that. I'm sorry, Frankie.
I need to get you two on again. That was a great episode. We were like in the height of the Reese Bailey discussion. Everyone wanted to kill each other. I'd take that right now over whatever we got going
everything
on right
else. Now. Everything else we're doing. We're gonna do a Malachi Moore versus Dane Belton review in a few weeks. So, I get it. Again, this is now my time to chill. But it's good when you have film because then it's not he said she said stuff, right? Like I need actual evidence. Yeah. I need evidence of Malachi Moore playing really well because again, there was maybe a few plays I can remember. Specifically, the Saints fumble was very, very good. But past that, he got roasted all of last year. Again, Braylon Allen has done what? Like again, I get he's big and he's jacked. He's done nothing in his NFL career, like absolutely nothing. Minka is a all-pro Pro Bowler who is now bad. And Mason Taylor, who I think Frankie was saying that he was actually a good player. So I'm surprised he's saying that he was bad. Can I, here, let me just pull, I'm not going to pull up like actual plays of him, but let me, I could pull up some Mason Taylor highlights and like tell me that this guy was bad in his rookie year, or maybe was it a Sadiq thing? Like maybe it was because of Sadiq that he's saying that he was going to be overrated or whatever. I don't know, but
yeah, he did say that he thinks Sadiq's going to be way more involved than Taylor.
I pull up the highlights if you want to play them, like, and we can just talk about whatever else. But like, you watch this guy and tell me you weren't impressed with his rookie season. Like he actually did a really, really good job as a blocker. I didn't expect him to do as well as he did. And then the other guy was Sweat, and Sweats I think is a little bit more of an interesting conversation, but I cannot stamp Mason Taylor and what's his name on that list. So I think if you flipped it would be better.
Look, Mason Taylor caught 1 touchdown and his quarterback was Breece Hall that threw it. That's all I need to know to describe the level of ineptitude he dealt with his rookie year offensively.
You have to judge the pass catchers of the Jets in the 2025 season on a curve, right? Undoubtedly. Like how many times was Mason Taylor missed? Was A.D. Mitchell missed? Was Garrett Wilson missed? Again, I quite literally did reviews on every single one of these guys. I think I did 36 out of like the 53 projected Jets. And the amount of missed throws, either actually throwing it and just missing it with accuracy, being late, making a contested catch, the plays where they're wide open and they're completely just like not hitting them, whatever it may be. You have to grade them on a curve, like I said. So Mason Taylor is actually very impressive to me, and I think he'll actually out target Sadiq.
Mason Taylor, I feel like he's going to play inline, and then Sadiq's going to be like the power slot. And I think we could see maybe Frank Reich line up Sadiq as like a fullback in some plays, line him out wide. Like I hope they're creative enough to utilize the 2 tight end sets the way we've envisioned it.
Now, do you want a real deep June poll for Jets discussions? Like, this is where you talk about like the really nitty gritty of the roster.
Oh yeah.
And this is again straight up like, okay, this is where I can admit I have a problem. That one of the main things I'm thinking about in camp right now is if the combined blocking in space of Ruckert and Sadiq can push Andrew Beck off the roster. Like that's what I'm wondering about right now.
Ooh, that is Beck, a deep June cut right there.
Dude, like Beck is their best
careful
blocker.
Though. Beck was the first transaction. This is stuff that you and I only know. Darren Muji's first ever personnel move as Jets GM was signing Andrew Beck.
Yeah, and I glazed them all offseason because I loved his film with the Texans. And then he caught I believe the first touchdown or was it the first touchdown? I think in preseason. And I was like going off on Twitter.
The drive.
Yeah, no, that's
of the offense.
Yeah, that's a question. Is, hey, I think that 53rd roster spot may come down to Jelani Woods, who Frank Reich has obviously a familiarity with, or Andrew Beck. And I could see Andrew Beck getting pushed off the roster if Sadiq and Ruckert can block in space, which again, there's people out there who are sweating a Knicks game 4 when we're talking about Beck versus Ruckert and stuff. But that's what I'm concerned about right now. That's what I'm worrying about.
The big concerns. Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Blewett with us here. We only have 2 entries in the raffle right now. So if you want a chance to win a signed Vinny T jersey, enter, and you got a great chance. We didn't get a ton of entries on the first show either. So your chance to win a signed Vinny T jersey, the pride of Elmont, Long Island, up for grabs when you enter. You also are qualified to win a Richard Todd signed jersey, Aaron Glenn signed end zone pylon, and a Garrett Wilson framed jersey art print. Plus, Knick fans, top prize. They better get this guy the ball in the 4th quarter tomorrow night. Signed cat jersey, our top prize this week on the show. Let's go.
Who let the dogs out? Woo, woo, woo. Who let the dogs out? Woo, woo, woo.
All right, let's do a couple calls. If you want in on the conversation, now's the time. Prison Mike is first today. Hello, Mike.
Hey, guys. Jake had a good nap today after last night's late night. Hey, Joe, are you really openly rooting against them? Yes or no?
Rooting against the Knicks?
Yeah.
Oh, 1,000%. Yeah, no doubt.
Come on.
Dude, my biggest problem with Knicks fans is they take so many unnecessary shots at the Nets not having fans. Like, you guys are in the finals, and I still see people saying, oh, well, the Nets with their 7 fans. It's like, dude, we're completely irrelevant, so I don't get the punching down on Nets fans. So that's, in general, why I do not enjoy Knicks fans, and I will openly root against them versus pretty much everybody.
Okay. And again, not to put the cart before the horse. Listening to Frankie V yesterday and Swordsby going back now to play college, which I can't even believe he's being allowed to do that. But all the players, quarterbacks, and I know you have months before the film that you're going to do on the quarterbacks coming out, but with everyone he named yesterday, okay, do you think we don't need to actually have a top 5 pick to get someone capable of being a franchise quarterback with the ones coming out next year?
I think you probably know what I'm going to say, right? Like, it all depends on what happens in the college season, right? Because just quite literally rewind, go back, shuffle down Jake's playlist of streams, click the stream from last year at this time, and look at all the quarterbacks we were talking about. Now, the chance of it happening exactly like it happened last year with even more of a pool this year is very, very few. Like, I don't think it's going to happen, but you don't know. Like, what if it's the Browns, whoever else, and another team who needs quarterbacks, and they're in the top 3, and there's only 3 guys who we really, really like, as prospects. So it's possible. Now, being glass half full, hopefully, hey, there's so many good quarterbacks, the Jets don't have to trade up. But I'm typically geared more towards the worst case scenario because that's what happens for us. So I'm assuming that out of those 3 picks, we'll only have 2 of them, and one of them is used in a trade up for a quarterback, assuming the Jets finish probably like with the 12th to 15th pick, something like that, hopefully.
Well, the Colts stink it up, then they help us.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, of course.
Will the Colts stink it up? Will, Prescott get hurt? I mean, I hate to root for injuries, but, listen, we got 3 first-round picks, and, I mean, if we can't get it next year in the draft, we're not getting it. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, we're lined up for this, so, let's hope we'll see what happens. But it was good talking to you guys. I was here earlier today, and they're right. It's hard to talk Jets when the Knicks are in the finals. Sorry, Joe, which is real hard,
Yep. Completely understand.
A good night, guys.
Great call. He's not wrong.
I'm not going to actively root for injuries, and maybe I'm a bad guy for saying this, but if I get an ESPN alert that Prescott got injured, there's going to be a little part of me that's like, like I'm not going to, I hope he doesn't break his leg and never continue his football career or anything like that. But let's say he has some, plantar fasciitis that's going to keep him out for the year or something like that. Yeah, I'm completely okay with that. Falls on his scooter, whatever. How did Cat injure his finger? Something like Cat, he breaks his hand or something like that. Obviously it was his finger with Cat, but something
You mean Mitchell
at his
Robinson?
house. Oh yeah, sorry, not Cat, Mitchell Robinson. Yeah, broke his pinky. Right? Did you figure out how that happened?
It hasn't come out yet. My guess is he punched something based on the injury that he had.
Oh man,
punched someone. He hit his hand on something really hard. Like that's because it's like I'm not a doctor. I'm not going to pretend. The area of his hand, the layman's terms, the area of his hand that he broke only happens when you have like hard contact to it. So they typically say it's like you hit it a certain way, like a punch impact type of hit.
You maybe like slammed a table or something like that.
Yeah.
But no, he can't shoot anyway, so I guess it doesn't really matter, right?
I mean, he actually hit a free throw last night. It was one of the highlights of the game.
That's like this is another deep pull, and then obviously a completely different situation. It was like the Nets in like the early 2000s with Josh Boone. I think he shot like 42% from the free throw line. So I understand the struggles.
Josh Boone. That's a name I haven't thought of in a very long time. Peter Castro says, Knicks game so upsetting, I can't think straight. Well, the NBA announced that they got the call wrong where Wembanyama cheap-shotted Brunson, and they didn't even call any foul. The NBA said, we should have called a foul, and they are now reviewing whether or not to assess a retroactive flagrant to Wembanyama for the play that you all see on the screen. And let me say this better be changed to a flagrant foul if the NBA has any ounce of integrity, because this can't be allowed. This is Bush League. Wembanyama did this to Alvarado in game 2. He did this in the Thunder series to people. He threw the elbow to Naz Reid, wasn't suspended for that. Like, he's the golden boy for the league. I get that. This cannot be allowed. And if he gets a retroactive flagrant, one more, he'd be suspended for a game. So we'd have to stop his nonsense.
Yeah, and stop with the physicality and stuff, which is obviously great for the Knicks. But yeah, I thought before, again, I'm not the biggest basketball guy in the world, but you kind of get the picture that he's like the golden boy, really good guy, like all zen and stuff. And then you watch him play basketball, like, oh, he's not so nice. But yeah, it'd be big for the Knicks if it was called a flagrant. So I hope it's not. I think it's completely clean. I didn't even see him do anything there. I think Brunson just tripped.
Robbie tried to say this morning, he didn't think it was a flagrant. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, I love the old school NBA.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's a flagrant in the old school NBA too.
Yeah. I do like the old NBA better, but I understand like the old man yelling at cloud thing. But again, as a Nets fan, I saw nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, as a police officer, can you arrest Victor Wembanyama?
Yeah, if you wanted to file some charges for like simple assault there, you probably could. If I saw that in person or they had a video of it, yeah, you might actually be able to. But I'm not trying to arrest Victor Wembanyama because I'm gonna be on YouTube, and I try to stay off of YouTube. I've only been on YouTube once, actually.
Mr. Tube. Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Blewett, our esteemed guest. Joe, you're the man. Not easy to do film reviews in June, and you make it informative and entertaining as always, so always appreciate you hopping on.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. We'll be back next week with some obscure poll of film breakdown to do. I think we have a Jeremy Ruckert Isaiah Davis review coming eventually. So
all 6 people are going to be loving that one.
Hey, like I said, Isaiah Davis is underrated. That's the hill I will stand on. So he's easily the Jets running back too. That's the flag I will plant in Jets land. So appreciate it. Good luck to your Knicks, but not really. I hope they lose the rest of the games because you guys punched down for absolutely unnecessary reasons. But here we are.
Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Blewett. All right, our resident Net fan. Here's the thing: when the Nets got KD and Kyrie, though, they were coming after the Knicks fan, so the Knicks fan hasn't forgotten it. But being a Net fan is tough, so I do feel for Joe, especially because he's a Jet fan and a Mets fan. He's got the Evan Roberts of sports teams he roots for. Although I think Joe might be a Devils fan if he had to pick his hockey team. Evan's a Islander fan. All right, open phone lines for anyone who wants in. I'm going to gift a raffle entry right now because we only have 2 people that have entered this entire show. and someone's going to win a Vinny T jersey. I just would like to have more people in said raffle. So one gifted membership from yours truly is popping up in the chat right now. If you hear your name called, you're a channel member.
Jet up. Let's go.
NY Mac 27. You're on the raffle because I gifted you one channel membership. All right, open phone lines for those of you who want in on the conversation. Thanks again to Joe Blewett for hopping on the show. We will be right back with your calls after these short words.
Here we go. Don't miss out on the biggest and best meetup of the year. Saturday, July 11th, Atlantic City, New Jersey. HQ2 Beach Club. We're taking over, baby. At 12 p.m., it's the Gangrene Beach Club. Hosted by some of your favorites. Jake Asman, Rich Samini, Brandon Tierney, Fireman Ed, Connor Hughes, Antoine Staley, Brian Costello, Ryan Sampson, Zach Rosenblatt, Will Parkinson, Frankie B, Omari Brown, Matt O'Leary, Green Bean, Ryan Delaney, Richie Marula, Robbie Sabo, Dom C, Joe Blewett, Nick Faria, Paul Boy Green Esden Jr., Bree Martinez, Dick Shine, Tyson Roush, and more surprise guests to be announced. Get your tickets now. Must be 21 or older. Who's subject to change.
All right, Asmaniacs, listen up for a second. No matter what you're watching, whether it's New York sports or any game you didn't plan on caring about, there's no better way to stay locked in than with PrizePicks. It's daily fantasy made simple. You're just picking more or less on player projections. That's it. No complicated lineups, no nonsense. Just you versus the numbers. And here's why I love it. Even if it's a game you normally wouldn't care about, once you got a lineup going, you're locked in. Every play matters, every drive matters, every at-bat matters. I've been mixing sports too. Maybe a little football, throwing some baseball, maybe some basketball, and now you've got action across the board all night, and PrizePicks makes it even better with features like early cash outs if your picks are hitting, the ability to mix multiple sports in one lineup, and you can even see what other people are playing and tail their picks. So if you haven't tried it yet, what are you doing? Download the PrizePicks app right now. Use code HMA. That's HMA, and you'll get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Again, it's HMA on PrizePicks. PrizePicks, where it always feels good to be right. Little programming note, another episode of the Jets Collective will be Thursday this week. That is Thursday at 2, or I think it's 2 or 2:30. It's in the 2 p.m. hour on Thursday. OTAs resume tomorrow for the media to consume. So we'll get the full breakdown Wednesday afternoon on what happened on this show, and then we'll get all of Samini's takes Thursday on the Jets Collective. So that is for those of you who are interested in that show. Turnout, feedback has been great. So big thank you to everyone who has made the weekly Jets Collective a part of your YouTube or podcast consumption.
Great point, Jake. You hit it right there.
Thank you, Rich. All right, let's do some calls. Open phone lines for those of you who want in. 0 wait time if you call in, but you got to call right now.
Women need to vacuum and shouldn't be allowed to vote.
Hello, Gary.
I told you Jordan Clarkson won. He really liked that. Jordan Clarkson needs more minutes. That's my dude. Jordan Clarkson should be getting 25 minutes a game.
He played well because Bridges, your guy, was in foul trouble, and Deuce gave you 9 minutes of nothing.
When you, defensively, San Antonio can shut you down and create havoc. You need people who can put the ball in the basket, especially when Cat was invisible for most of the day. I don't care what you think of Clarkson. He can get buckets. He's been a professional bucket getter for 10 years. He's uniquely gifted at scoring the ball. He's like Cam Thomas, but better, right? Like, put him in the game. I love Jordan Clarkson. When you can't score, put Clarkson in, and Clarkson can get you 2 points. He can go get 2 points. Put Jordan Clarkson in the game as many minutes as possible. I understand playing him with Brunson defensively is tough, but you have to always account for Clarkson. Like, you have to account for him at all times. Put him in the game. It'll open up your offense.
Yeah, but there's moments where he doesn't play that well, doesn't shoot well. Like, Deuce could give you more defensively and can also be like a guy that can give you a spark off the bench like what Clarkson did. So it's not just you play Jordan Clarkson now. Like, they're going to play the guys that helped them win 13 games in a row before last night.
Clarkson has played a decent amount of minutes in the regular season, didn't he?
Not that. I mean, there were moments, yes, because Deuce was hurt for a lot of the year.
love Jordan. Jordan Clarkson is one. Like I know there's like guys like Lou Williams and Jordan Clarkson. And
why do you
Cam
like Clarkson
Thomas.
so much?
Because he's a bucket. He's been a bucket, but you can't guard him. You can double him. He's still gonna. It's like Cam Thomas or Lou Williams. He's still gonna find a way to score. He's a bucket. I love when they signed him. I said, "You got yourself a winner." Jordan Clarkson, a goddamn bucket. You can't guard him, right? So
I've never seen someone so excited to talk about Jordan Clarkson that's not a Knicks fan or not related to Jordan Clarkson.
I just love. I love Jordan Clarkson. I think he's like an under. There are certain guys like Lou Williams is the other one where like this guy is criminally underrated. He's not a complete player, and he's got limited. Check, got it, understood. That being said, the game still comes down to who can score more points. That guy can score a whole lot of points.
He played well last night. He also had a brutal turnover. Gave you the full Jordan Clarkson experience.
It's like Jameis Winston. It's the basketball. Jameis Winston. It's Cam Thomas. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. It's the same kind of player. But do you still? I just talked to my dad. He's all demoralized. He thinks they're going to lose now. Are you still
Brother Yeti, just agree. They don't have no point. What if I just start agreeing with every take Gary has? That's no fun.
Put Jordan Clarkson in the game. Put him in the game. To start the game, to close the game. Jordan Clarkson.
He's not starting. Get out of here. Your dad thinks the Knicks are going to lose the series now? He thinks they had to sweep them?
He didn't say that so much, but
that was their only chance to win. They had to sweep the Spurs, who won 60-something games. They had to sweep them and win the first two on the road, then win the next two. That was the only path for the Knicks to win a title.
I'm with you, right? I think I said that the Knicks went up 2-0. I said I changed my pick. Knicks in 7 now. I still think it's going to go 7. But I think the Knicks will win in 7. This is like a fight where you land a big haymaker in the first round and he stands up to it. Then you land it again in the second round and he doesn't flinch. All right, like that doesn't mean I can't win, but we're going to be here for a while. This is going to be a long night. Like this is going to be a fight. I still think the Knicks are going to win because they have Brunson. So I think the Knicks win in 7. You go up 2-0, you're most likely going to win the series.
You win game number 4 and you go up 3-1.
I think they're going to lose
likely
game 4.
Win the series.
I think they're going to lose tomorrow, but I do think they'll win game 7, which is really all that matters.
So they're going to lose tomorrow. They'll lose game 5, win game 6 and game 7. That's how you see it?
That's my prediction. So they win 1, 2, 6, and 7. That's my official prediction after they won the first. San Antonio's really good. They're not just going to die like Cleveland.
Obviously, but so are the Knicks. That's why the Knicks have to bounce back tomorrow.
And I'm picking the Knicks to win now. After they gave up the first 2, I said they're not that good where they can win 4 out of 5. So because after you lose 2 in a row, now you have to win 4 out of 5. That's a big test. They're not that good. So I take the Knicks in 7. But you still feel good?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not giving up on them because they lost their first game in 46 days. I mean, the Spurs are really good. I didn't think it was going to be 2-0 Knicks going into game 3. I thought the officiating was bad last night. I also thought the Knicks didn't play particularly well, and I think they got to get back to.
I thought it was worse in game 2. I thought that the refs were trying to even up the
game
series.
2. I think it was worse, but last night with the Spurs getting in the bonus a couple minutes into the 4th, Bridges, who never fouls anyone, getting in foul trouble, like Wembanyama not getting called anything. I just feel like it wasn't the next night.
Loose ball where it was slapped out of Harper's hand. You couldn't really tell who touched that last. I couldn't tell at least. Then they gave it to the Knicks. Like in game 2, it felt like they were trying to even up the series.
Yeah, I thought I actually agree with you. I think the officiating was worse than game 2, and the Knicks somehow survived than last night. But still, the Knicks didn't create their own luck because they didn't play particularly well. I think they'll play a lot better. I mean, the one thing they got to do, this is a crazy stat. Cat has not scored a point in any of the fourth quarters of these first 3 games. They got to get back to featuring him more. They're asking too much of Brunson in these games here. Get back to getting Cat involved down the stretch. Now, game 2, he had the foul problems, so that had something to do with it. And he's been really good defensively, but they got to get a Cat more involved in the second half, fourth quarter of these games.
Yeah, I said the series is going to come down to Cat. They have no matchup for him. I mean, I whatever they did yesterday worked. I guess do more of that, but like Keldon Johnson, I know Keldon Johnson's 6'4". That's who they put on him for like a large chunk of the games. Like Keldon Johnson, he can't guard Cat. Like there's no matchup for him. I guess Cornette is your best matchup. It's Cat. Like Cat. If Cat scores 30, you're going to win the game. That's it, right? Like because there's no matchup.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't even need to score 30 for them to win, but he should be a double machine every game.
They have nothing for him. Just feed him the ball. They're going to have to either foul him and he hits all of his free throws, right? It's like, and where's Robinson played 7 minutes? Come on. They're so afraid of him going to the line.
I mean, last night the Shamet, Bridges, Towns, and Deuce were 1 of 14 from 3. Like Shamet got some good looks, and he had not been missing for weeks.
Yeah.
So I just think they had an off night. They were due to lose the game. The Spurs are really good. Wemby played great. I give him credit. He stepped up with all the pressure on him down 0-2 in that environment. And I thought he played really well. But some of the shots that the Spurs hit, like you're gonna have to live with it. Like, what's his name is a career 30-something% 3-point shooter, hit the big 3 at the end of the game. Castle. Like, all right, that guy's gonna beat you. I'll deal with it. Like I think the Knicks will bounce back.
And then Blewett is also a Nets fan.
He is.
So he's a Mets, Jets, and Nets fan.
He likes stuff.
My guy. I mean, unfortunately, it sucks worse than anything. I can't think of a series of teams that you could pick with worse luck than that. Maybe Arizona, like the Suns, the Cardinals. Well, the Diamondbacks won a World Series, so that's not. But I mean, it's on a short list of really, really crappy teams to root for. So shout out to Joe Blewett. Misery loves company, Blewett. And then for the Jets, I get it, and I'm really not trying to be that guy. The last 3 years, I picked the Jets to win 11 games, 13 games, and 8 games. I'm just all out of optimism, Jake. I'm just all out of optimism. I understand, like, the draft went well. We like a lot of these guys. Until my quarterback is no longer 36-year-old Geno Smith and my head coach is no longer Aaron Glenn, I can't be optimistic.
Careful.
Because
the Glenn bootlickers will come after you.
Yeah, I know. Are we gonna have Geno Smith bootlickers too? Is that gonna be a thing?
I feel better about Geno's chances of having a good season than I do Glenn.
I will never, ever, ever root for my team to lose. I never rooted for the Nets to lose. I didn't root for the Jets to lose last year. I will never root for them to lose. But if this is another bad year, there does seem to maybe be light at the end of the tunnel with one of those quarterbacks. I'm just saying. I'm not going to root for them to lose. I will never root for the Jets to lose.
We're going to get your guy Arch. Yeah, the Longhorn Jet connection. Gary 3D Boxing.
They're going to get that whole 2023 Longhorn team. They're going to get the whole squad. They're going to collect them all.
Did Arch play with AD? I guess they were on the team together.
He was a freshman. He didn't play. He was a redshirt freshman, but he was on the team. They're gonna get the whole team. Yeah. So, and then Sweat and AD Mitchell, they're gonna collect the whole 2023 Longhorns team.
Andre Sweat, Frankie V, not high on him.
Why not?
I don't know.
What does he know?
He's Frankie V. You gotta ask him.
The chat doesn't even like him. The chat doesn't even like Frankie V.
Doesn't even like you. I still bring you.
Well, yeah, whatever. That's just right. I like Frankie V, but I didn't know what I didn't like. Was he on this show when he bashed him, or was he just on his own social media? He bashed Sweat
yesterday morning.
Okay, so I'm gonna go back and watch this show and see what he just thinks he can't. Is it just that he can't get after the quarterback, or does he think he's not a good run stuff, or what's his problem exactly with Sweat?
I don't know. I mean, he had him on his list of 3 guys that the common Jet fans higher on than he's not.
That's my boy. That's my boy right there. I love
Frankie or Tamandre Sweat.
Well, I like Frankie. I love Sweat. So I like Frankie. I do. When you have Frankie on, I tend to listen. I tend to usually agree with them. I didn't agree with him with Bailey, but I guess, I mean, I don't know. I hope that works out. I don't know. I'm not as high on the draft as everyone else. I don't think the Jets did anything egregiously bad in the draft. It's just not who I would have taken, right? Like, I would have taken Bailey. I would have taken Lemon. Like, I would have took the other guy that was there. I don't like Sadiq Bey. I knew I was going to do that. Kenyon Sadiq. I knew at some point I was going to call him Sadiq Bey. Kenyon Sadiq. He's good. He's a freak. I get it. He's good. I just hope he turns out to be a impact player, a game changer on offense.
A freak.
A freak. Yeah.
Certified freak?
A certified.
How many days a week?
8 days a week.
I was obsessed with Sadiq, certified freak. 7 days a week, has a hernia tweak. Obsessed with Sadiq, certified freak. Trying to critique what I read in Newsweek. Obsessed with Sadiq, certified freak. Trying to take a peek at his manly physique. Obsessed with Sadiq, certified freak. Time to take a leak and play hide and go seek.
Hey, shout out to Carl out. He's in the raffle for 1. Ralphie also sent in a super chat. He purchased 4 raffle tickets. Goes, put me in, Jake. I met Vinny T after a game last season. He played for the Jets, signed a ball for my son. When I told him he was my favorite player of all time, He thought I was pranking him. Humble guy. That's awesome. I hope you win, Ralph. You got a good chance. Not a ton of people in here. Vinny's an awesome guy. I interviewed him several years ago. I'd love to get him back on the show. I'll work on that. Pride of Elmont, Long Island. Gary, your Walt Clyde Frazier jersey, did it arrive yet, by the way, for your father?
It has not. It has not. I said it anytime between today and Thursday. So
let me see if I have shipping for you. But I'm excited for your dad to get it. Hopefully that manifests some positive Nick vibes and they win tomorrow night.
I want to get it to him by what day is Father's Day? It's next Sunday, right? It's not this Sunday, it's next Sunday, 21st.
Sounds right. I don't know.
Okay, I got plenty of time to get. I just want to get it to him by Father's Day. He's gonna love it. He's gonna like, you shouldn't have done this. How much does this cost you? Like, don't worry about it.
Ooh, tracking is available. Very nice. All right, I'm going to email you the tracking.
I appreciate that, Jake.
Ladies and gentlemen, Gary 3D Boxing. Hey, Beast, you know who's on the line? Your father.
Who let the dogs out? Woo, woo, woo. Who let the dogs out? Woo, woo, woo.
Lou B is here. He basically is Beast's dad at this point. Last night at the Knicks game in a TV timeout, Lou FaceTimes Beast of all people as I'm dying watching the Knicks in the finals. Hello, Lou.
Hey, I'm stressed out about the Knicks, Jake. I thought the Jets couldn't stress me enough, and here it is, man. I'm too vested in this now.
It's not supposed to be easy, Lou. We'll be there again tomorrow. We'll figure it out.
We'll be there again tomorrow, but this has been crazy. This whole playoff run and the finals right now, this is not. Yesterday with the security and all that, and just I was like getting anxiety going there. I never got nervous going to a game in my life. I'm thinking, Beast, what's going on over there?
I'm halfway. I'm halfway somewhere between Jupiter, Uranus, Mars.
You on drugs?
No, I'm just knocked out on my ass.
Yeah, you know, B, sometimes I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
I'll check back in with him at some point.
Yeah, something's wrong there, but I don't know, Jake. I mean, we had a great. I think the watch party was the most fun we had. Right? That was crazy.
Because the real fans were in there.
Yeah. So I was saying the watch party was a lot louder than obviously last night. I mean, last night was loud, but you know,
it was a weird game though. There were so many replay reviews, so many fouls. There was never really a moment where the Knicks at one point in the fourth missed 9 or 10 threes in a row. You can't build the crowd momentum when you don't get the loud crowd pop on a huge Mike Breen bang level three. We didn't get that last night from the Knicks side.
And everyone, Jake has his voice today because I told him not to eat popcorn because last time he ate popcorn, he lost his voice. I was trying to explain to him, don't eat popcorn. Make sure.
I don't think the popcorn did it. I just went nuts.
You're nervous eating dry popcorn, like
yeah. When I go to games, I eat popcorn. I could take down any size of popcorn in 5 minutes. It's disgusting.
But it was great.
I get so nervous. I'm just like,
I was screaming as best I could there, and it was there was so much wildness going on there last night.
Your defensive chants are impressive, though. I see how you are on Jet game days. I mean, Lou really if you need a defensive chant, Lou B's your guy.
Yes, I'm very, very good at that. It's one of my good qualities. But I guess we're going again tomorrow, so that's all set. We're done, and
you waited on hold for 2 hours to make it happen with Madison Square Garden. And you survived.
There's different ways to get tickets. You have to maneuver all these different things.
You got to be as patient as you are. You have the patience of an absolute saint for what you dealt with for not even just me, but like all the friends who are hitting you up trying to get tickets to this thing. You are unbelievable.
Yeah, it's crazy, but everyone should go on Fan First because sign up for the Knicks Fan First. You could get a code, and that could be for the last game. I mean, it'll still be expensive, but at least it's
face value.
Face value, right? At least you're paying face value and not paying some fee that's being ballooned. So everyone should go on Knicks Fan First and the Chase Fan First, sign up. It's like a lottery, but some additional ones went out today. So there were some more codes out there in the streets. And we're able to obtain some more tickets today at face value, which is great because you don't want to pay. The ticket price has been going all over the place. It's been like a roller coaster, but yesterday was great. The Garden's been great. I'm just worried about Castle. He was like unstoppable. I mean, watching this guy, it's like he gets the ball, he scores. He gets the ball, he scores. Scary. Could they do anything, Jake? We didn't even talk about it last night because I was so stressed. Could they do anything to stop this guy?
Well, I mean, some of the guys that were hitting shots don't typically shoot as well as they did. I just think that the Knicks collectively didn't play great, and they only lost by 4. I mean, they had look at the amount of turnovers they had. I mean, they you can't turn it over against the Spurs. They got too many guys that are really good players for a reason. And Wembanyama was great. Let's see if he plays at that level again, right? I mean, he had 3 off games against the Thunder. He's had 2 somewhat off games, I'd say, against the Knicks so far. Like I think the Knicks are okay. I'm not going to panic over one loss when they won 13 in a row. They're still. We all would have signed for them to be up 2-1 at home in a game 4. I think there's some things they could do better, and they will. They could move the ball a lot better. Have a better plan for, the attack on Brunson and how to handle certain things when the blitz comes at him, or if they stay off of him. Some of the different actions they could run. Brown talked about it at his post-game presser last night. They just didn't play that well. I think they'll respond.
Yeah, it was that was just a crazy night, and I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I really hope that they win at home, because if they win 2 on the road and lose 2 at home, that's even more crazy.
Well, if you lose tomorrow, you just wasted the home court advantage that you gained.
Right? Crazy. So I see some comments from Gator in the chat. Luby, have you considered locking down 2 seats for Beast for that Miami game? Is that 2 plane seats, or is that 2? He's coming to the Miami game, as everyone knows. He will be there. We are working on it.
I don't know how you're going to pull this off, but you're convinced he's going to be there.
Beast just got his government ID. He has a plane ticket. Now we just got to get him on the plane. Is he still back there on the line?
Oh, he's back there. All right.
Hey, you never know.
Beast?
What you guys need to do, this is what I made a suggestion to do. Keep Brunson on his feet and make
sure. We're talking about you at the tailgate. Can you show everyone the vest that you were planning to wear on the plane?
Give me a second.
Where is it, Beast? Can you show everyone? Because I just want to know if everyone thinks that this will clear security.
Well, this have cleared the Garden security for Big Don last night.
Here it goes. Whoa. So the spikes is in question. So I said, okay, unscrew the spikes, mail them to my house. I'll give them to you when you get here, Beast. Beast, turn around, please. Beast. I don't know what's going on.
You know how much money I invested putting this together? $200 of everything that I paid for? I bust my balls breaking this.
Well, you can wear that. It's the spikes you can't wear on the plane.
I will keep the jacket in the luggage department, because I'm going to be putting other things in there as well.
You cannot bring that in a carry-on. I told you. But Beast is coming to the tailgate. He is coming. He's going to be signing autographs.
Oh shit! Damn you balls! I can't play a single game of pool. I can't even hit a ball, save my own butt.
Hey, Beast, should the Knicks play Tyson Chandler more minutes tomorrow night?
Tyson Chandler's not there. What we need to do is you put Cat on Wembley even more. And also
Wembley.
Keep
like the stadium?
Brunson fresh. Keep Brunson fresh and make sure.
What about Al Harrington? Should they give him more minutes instead of Deuce?
Don't do too many threes. Last night we were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 misses.
I do, Beast. Yes or no? RJ Barrett shoots better tomorrow night, because that's a key, in my opinion, for the Knicks.
Let's see where we go first. Because number one, last night we were missing shots. We were throwing them like slop. Like what are you doing? This is slop. Come on. My 15-year-old could have hit that shot.
You think Pablo Prigioni should get more minutes than Alvarado?
I think Alvarado should be playing a little bit more. He's got some spunk. The kid
over Prigioni?
Yeah, he's learning. He's learning. See, there's an old saying: when you start at the bottom, you'll work your way up the ladder. It's all about success in this business, and you gotta have success. If you don't have the success, what the hell are you gonna?
What if they start Allen Houston over Bridges? Try and get some scoring right away.
No. Allen Houston is retired. Like, come on. I use him on my.
Jake. Got you.
So it's like pre-2008. That's like the cutoff.
If you want Bridges to be good, you got to keep him on the 3 line. Get Brunson a drive. Get Cat to drive. Get Alvarado to drive.
What about Emmanuel Quickly?
Put him in the drive. That means here's the deal. Keep the ball in the paint. Just drive, and keep the freaking, keep the drive alive. That means
Now, B, someone on the line disagrees with that strategy.
Well,
Gary just wrote in, that's exactly what you need
he
to
doesn't know
not
his
do.
asshole.
Women need to vacuum and shouldn't be allowed to vote.
You don't know your ass from a hole in the ground. As blind as a bat.
That's what Tibbs did, and your offense gets stagnant when when Bridges just stands in the corner. You see the offense now. Backdoor cutting. He's back to mid-range Mikal. He's doing a lot better, and the offense is a lot more potent than it was last year when he was just standing in the corner.
Yeah, not nice try, bearded man.
All right, fair enough.
Unfortunately, you're not in my league, pal. I know how to drive the bargain a little harder. See, there's a difference between hard and then there's barred. And then here's you, a tub of lard. Except, it's funny, lard, it actually works when you're cooking fried chicken. You don't know that, but I do. That's why there's experience. See, there's experience and then there's gimpy. And
I just want to confirm here. I'm 5'11", 180. You're 5'7", 350 pounds, and you called me a tub of lard. Is that what we just did here?
Okay,
I just want to confirm. You're 5'7", 350. I'm 5'11", 180, and you called me a tub of lard.
Your whole puking listen.
Listen, Petey, that is
maybe it's time for you to take a walk.
That is extraordinary. Yes, indeed.
You're looking at 6'1", 272. I'm period athletic.
6'1", 272.
And you're 155 pounds of mastodon dog.
Hang on. Am I 5'11", 150, or am I a tub of lard? Which one am I? Am I skin and bones, or am I a fat tub of shit? Which make up your mind here, because it can't be both.
Los trata el basura, cabrón.
Which one am I a fat slob, or am I in Ethiopia? Like, which one are you accusing me of here?
You're weak. You're not.
He's firm on that too. There's got to be a professional wrestler who's 272, and that's why he always says it.
You could lace my boots. B.
He was 272 in the 11th grade.
And C. You couldn't even carry my bags. That's why you should be a bellboy.
No, if I was to be a bellboy, I'd have to be able to carry your bag. So that doesn't make any sense.
I'm like Flair, son. I'm like Flair.
No, you're not like Ric Flair.
I have the sexiest body, the sexiest face. I'm already the next.
You're built like a snowman.
And you
look like a snowman. You're disgusting.
You're a putazo pendeja.
He's got the sexiest body.
You're
Good job. And Beast.
Hey, what up, man?
I got a moron on the left and a moron on the right. No,
I'm the biggest tackle.
Sorry.
You don't have big legs. Look at my front kick.
You don't have the heart.
Look at my leg. I have the biggest leg of all time. Let's do a muscle off these. I have 180.
I got one. You don't have enough. I 35 world belt. Try worldwide stats. Try worldwide acclaim. Try top five in the in the division. I got top 5 corporations here in the United States.
Who's listening to Slayer? Who's listening to Elton John? I have.
With a small, shrivel up little cocktail weenie, also known as a hot dog. Except the hot dogs that you got are like these. Oscar Mayer wiener. And did you know Oscar Mayer is one of the 3 worst hot dogs in the United States compared to ballpark and
Look at the gun control.
Okay,
you just called gun control. Look at this biceps piece. You're never gonna have any guys like that.
Max, you got your whole life ahead of you. The internet's forever. Come on,
Max. My back is bigger, bro. You just judge my back muscle. I work and 2 days a week. Your muscles are fat, honestly. That's what your muscles are.
I will make you my bitch. I will make you my bitch. And why? Because I can stretch you and break you in many ways.
Max, you got your whole life ahead of you, right? Like, the internet's forever. Don't sink the.
Where's Gary? Where's Gary at 3D boxing?
Oh, you got your whole life ahead of you. You're 20 years old or whatever, 21 years old. You got your whole life ahead of you. The
Honestly,
internet's
Gary,
forever.
how you doing today? How you doing, Gary?
Don't think to his level.
Gary,
what's up?
What's up?
Can you hear me?
So, sounds good. Sorry about that. So, can anyone hear me? Where's Beach
We
Breaker?
can hear you. We can loud and
Go to
clear.
commercial,
Can you hear
Jake.
me?
Go to commercial, Jake. Go to commercial.
I don't think he can hear.
Let me run this by you, Gary. Let me see if you have the guts to go hard to the heart like this. I don't think you do. You don't have the heart for this. See, rockers like this. See, I'm a hard ass rocker, and you lightweight. Also known as.
I thought I was Pat Bester. I thought I was Tubbalard. Like 5 minutes ago, I was Tubbalard.
Waterweight. You're waterweight. That means cruiserweight too.
Waterweight. You're saying welterweight?
Waterweight. Don't you watch Triple R or CMN?
Know what you're saying. Are you saying WATER weight or welter? WELTER weight? What are you saying?
Mexican wrestling? I don't think you have. You don't know.
That is correct. I have not watched Mexican wrestling. That is correct.
Gator says, I think Big Joe might need an intro.
Big Joe. Yeah, it's nice. I like my recliner. No, I just called to check in. Big Joe. I don't like all those wrinkles on my head. I don't have that many wrinkles. We're talking about Big Joe. My implants are coming in 3 months.
The Kardashian ones?
I put the jet gear on for you. Been running some errands earlier. Came home just chilling. Big Joe. What's going on with you, brother?
What up, Big Joe?
We're talking about Big Joe. Joe, he's a coach.
And how you doing? How you doing, Mr. Joe? How's the bone?
Still fun.
Yeah, Big Joe.
Hey, Big Joe's a legend. Yeah, he's enjoying himself. Are you sitting on that lazy boy?
You gotta get that. You gotta get that oiled up or something. That thing is squeaky.
I'm sorry. What?
A can of oil you can get at the store is about $6.
We're talking about Big Joe. Joe, he's a coach.
That's why if you want good quality and you want good stuff, you go to the store and get some oil. But it has to be real oil. And make sure when you use the oil.
Big Joe.
Okay. All right.
He can fix that with WD-40 and a wrench. He can fix that. That's fixable.
That's easy. All you need is one tool and oil. That's you're in the bag.
Okay.
He'll be fine. Let him enjoy himself. Big Joe's a man.
Big Joe, you still think the Knicks are going to win? You still think the Knicks are going to win the series?
I heard that. That sounds like a bunch of squish.
I do.
Yeah, I still think
yeah, the basketball a lot better. No more nerve pain. Thank you.
We're talking about Big Joe. Joe, he's a coach.
Yeah, but what really helped was the surgery. It took away my nerve pain.
Well, just be happy that you got your back fixed and everything else.
Yeah. I'm good to go.
You're happy.
You good?
You're good.
You up and around? You walking around, Big Joe? You up and around?
I got you.
Can you hear me? No? I don't think he can hear me.
Yeah, Big Joe.
There is a commercial that had that a little bit of a. No one remembers that commercial, does they? The little.
We're talking about Big Joe. Joe, he's a
and how's Joe feeling today? And how is your basketball team doing?
I don't think you can hear anybody. Can you hear us, Big Joe? Put up one finger if you can hear us. Yeah, no.
He's on planet. He's on another planet.
He can't hear either one of us?
Hola, amigo. And I hear nothing but ploppage. Oh, come on, man. I watch fart videos on Instagram and stuff that's funny, but come on, bro. Really?
I don't know what that is.
I was thinking the same thing, Derek. I don't know if that's actual Big Show or not. I don't think that's live Big Show.
Nope.
No.
I'm not even rocking at all.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't think it was
Joe, he's a coach.
Yes, he is a coach, a great college basketball coach. Smart man. He knows what he's doing. Except for this guy, he doesn't know what part of this planet he's even on. I don't know if he's on Uranus, Saturn, Neptune, even Jupiter, Pluto, Nibiru, even somewhere maybe thousands and thousands of miles away in another galaxy. We don't know it. Maybe. I hear a lot of nasty ploppages between fart and diarrhea. Cha. Yeah, hey, I've heard that fart before. It's from one of the fart videos. That same with that one too, except the guy sharded himself. Yeah, that too. That guy sharded himself by using that fart. But there were some bad ones that are real ugly, really ugly. Have you ever considered getting a lazy bowl toilet?
We're talking about Big Joe.
Gary's looking at me like, what the hell's a lazy bowl toilet?
I don't care. I really I'm not trying to be like. I don't care. I don't think you have anything of interest to say. So I'm not responding. Like,
do you know what a lazy bowl toilet looks like?
I have no idea. Nor do I really care. Nor do I want an explanation. I'm not trying to be like mean or anything. I don't care.
A lazy bowl toilet.
I don't care.
Tim Allen came up with the perfect invention.
I don't care. I don't know how to say this in any way that's more polite. I don't care what Tim Allen came up with. I don't care about the toilet. I don't care. I'd rather you not tell me.
Purple belt Mike, he loves the dark night. He's got a green pool and he jumps right in. Maybe someday he'll get a brown belt, but for now he's just that purple belt Mike. Purple belt Mike. It might be purple, but he can still kick your dirty ass.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I'm pissed off, and I'm just gonna let everybody know that Wemby is a dirty player. He's a dirty player. He gets away with murder, and I don't care what anybody says. I'm only asking for it to be called fairly, not unfairly. I am that pissed off. So, and Wemby's dirty. He's a very, very dirty player. He needs to get punished. So hopefully one of our guys will go after him, because he shouldn't be able to do what he did. That's all I gotta say about that.
That's a case in logic right there, because we did see Wembley play very dirty, and you know how he shoved Brunson.
Yeah, and he also gets common fouls that they don't foul on. I don't understand it. There's nine plays in the 3 games that should have been fouls that weren't called fouls.
Yesterday. How many fouls did we see? Not just 1, not just 2,
What's going on
not
with
3,
you, brother?
not 4, not 5, but 6 crafty fouls that the Spurs should have had.
I don't know about that, but I appreciate it.
The refs were in their goddamn back pocket the whole time.
It was still fun.
It was all part of a.
Big Joe.
And you know it, BBM. You know how the refs are paid.
I can't stand Wemby. I can't do it.
He's a loser. He's just a tall, sloppy, Big Show lookalike wannabe. Because you know what I mean by Big Show.
I'm sorry, what?
We're talking about Big Joe.
He's sure he's clumsy because look at him. Just because he's from a nice country in France, pass the hors d'oeuvres and the French cheese, please.
Big Joe.
Who cares about French cheese? Who cares about that Hi,
That's nice.
French cheese. What do we got here?
I'll tell you
We got
why.
real
I'll tell you,
cheese.
Oscar. I'm gonna tell you why Wemby's a dirty player. This is why I'm gonna tell you he's a dirty player. When you elbow somebody in the face, that's a dirty play. And then it wasn't only like
I'm with it now.
he did it against the Knicks. He elbowed. I forgot who it was on the wait, it wasn't OKC. It was the
He
Timberwolves, I
is
think.
fouled and held and hacked on every play. At a certain point, you're gonna lose your cool too. Like
I do.
Wemby's not a dirty player. Like, that
Wemby's
is
a
not
dirty
like
player.
what
He has
Andre
a
Iguodala
history.
is.
He's got a history of doing it.
Thank you.
He's got a history of doing it. He'll have 1 or 2 plays where you're like, man, every game.
He is held and pushed
but
and
what
pulled
really
on
helped was
every
the
play.
surgery. It took away my nerve pain.
I don't necessarily agree with that, Gary. You could barely touch Wemby and you get foul calls.
That's not. Did you see the call that San Antonio had reversed where Bridges was holding his arms? That happens to him all the time. That because there's so much of them, right? Like it's like tall fighters. What's the best part of a tall fighter? Lots of windows to break. Just
What about this right here? Is that a foul?
Like, there's so much of them. That is a foul. That is a yes. That is a foul.
Is that a foul or is that
That
a
is a
technical
foul.
foul?
That is a foul.
Man, what are we talking about?
It might be a flagrant. It's probably a flagrant too.
And if you're
Yes.
gonna tell me that Brunson is holding
that
Wemby, I mean that Brunson
that
barely
is
even defends Wemby.
that is a foul. There is no question about it.
Or a fine, or maybe a $2,500 fine for that. That's bullshit. That's all bullshit, and we know that.
Look, I don't want him to get a flagrant 2 and get suspended and whatever, because I feel like a flagrant 2 is a punch, a kick, an elbow, a knee, a headbutt, something that's like that egregious. But that was egregious enough to be a flagrant 1, for sure.
Well, I'm gonna say this: we're gonna get that back.
I'm tired of the favoritism. I'm tired of the bullshit.
Good job. Oh man, big show. Where is Thunder Beast? Where is Beastbreaker? We're gonna talk about that Knicks game last night. Oh my
That's
god,
not me.
It was poorly efficient. Big show. It was poorly efficient.
I'm not even rocking at all.
Oh man.
We're talking about big show.
Where's Beastbreaker? Where's Beastbreaker? Gary, Thunder Beast. Beastbreaker, you're not in my league. You're not in my league, buddy. Beastbreaker, you're not in my league.
Look here, asshole. You have no idea what I've been through. You don't know my life. You don't know zip and zip. I will fuck you so bad that when it comes time to pick up the garbage, you're gonna be sent right back to you know where. Indoor China. Also China. You're not my league, pal. You're not. You can't even hold my bag, my boots, my jockstrap, my world championships, and anything else. You're not my league. Until you have one of these, don't come knocking on my doorstep, pal.
Big Show, why is
You're in the wrong place at the wrong time. Lucky I'm not.
Beastbreaker, another karate lesson. Where's Beastbreaker? I was gonna teach him some karate because honestly, I can do better karate than Beastbreaker.
No, kid. I will kick your ass all over the freaking place. You are not in the same league department, and I swear to God, you are a pathetic waste. John Kreese would laugh at you. Even Mike Barnes from Karate Kid would laugh and go, no one's talking to you, shithead. It's like saying, oh, you got one fight coming at you. You're going to fight every day for the rest of your life. What's it going to be, daddy boy? Not my league, pal. Get out of here. You're not even up in the same league. Mr. Miyagi laughs at you.
Yeah.
Oscar, you can't hold my bags either. You're another dunce.
Yeah.
Donkey.
Karate class over.
You're not my league, pal. I will turn you into an accordion, and I will make sure to play when I play the polka music just remember when you hear the poker, you go. See, something you can't handle, pal. So until then, until you can handle my power, you have nothing. Nada. Zilch. Goose egg. Lost it. Now talk to this moron.
Gary, can you even are you speaking right now, or is it just like a little thing? Gary. Let's go back to our feature presentation with Jake Asman.
Extraordinary.
Extraordinary.
That's extraordinary.
That's extraordinary.
Women need to vacuum and shouldn't be allowed to vote. Yeah, ladies, you can do music.
Are you even gonna speak? Where's the real Gary? Where's he at right now? Honestly, where's the real Gary? Jake, let's just go back to our feature presentation. Like, come on. We're not gonna deal with fake Gary. I'm the only real Gary here. Honestly, Gary, just speak anything. Don't speak, because you're just a fake. You're just a Nets fan.
All right. Oh,
jeez.
Couple points, Gary. So the Knicks are winning the series. Knicks are just the best team. They're winning the series. You know, the Spurs can enjoy one game. You know, but the refs really rigged it. The refs rigged it for the Spurs. Like, let's be honest, Gary. The refs were rigging it last night for the Spurs. Did you see that foul called on Wemby? That is not a foul. Not a foul. Sardis. It's a flagrant. It wasn't. They didn't call it a foul. The refs just wanted San Antonio to win. Like, look at 24 free throws to the Spurs versus the Knicks 8. Like, did you see how bad it was, Gary? And you're honestly a Nets fan. You know, when was the last time the Nets were actually relevant? When was the last time the Nets were relevant? Tell me. 4 years ago, 2021. But they haven't been relevant. The Knicks are more relevant than the Nets. Let's be honest. I'm not even a basketball fan, and the Knicks are more relevant than the Nets. No one follows a Metro from Brooklyn. Everyone here is Knicks fan. Even if you're a Jets fan, everyone's a Knicks fan. Let's be honest. Jake, let's play the Go New York song, because honestly, the Knicks are winning the series. They could. The Knicks got to be fighters. They got to be fighting. We have Gary and Thunder Beast. We have a good trio. Thunder Beast, me and Gary are gonna beat you in a fight. Honestly, Beast.
Kid, let me explain something to you, shithead. You're not in my department. You don't have the balls. You don't have kids. You don't have a wife. You have. Ow! Hey, hit my teeth. Oh well.
That was just incredible. Incredible YouTube. No other way around it. The sad thing is, when fake Gary showed up, real Gary was still on the line, and I started playing his intro to have them on together with Mad Max, and then real Gary dropped off. So, the great Scott is on the line. We're going to hear from him, but let me shout out a couple of memberships. I'm counting raffle names. I got most of them counted during that ordeal. So, last call if you want in on the signed Vinny T raffle today. Vinny Testaverde jersey. Colin gifted one. Thank you, Colin. Derek gifted one. Derek apparently watching the show, and his mom walked in the room and said, "What are you watching?" Derek responded, "Greatness." Derek, thank you. You're in for one. Gun Joe purchased 2 raffle tickets in honor of Big Cho. Gun Joe, you are in. Big Cho. And last but certainly not least, the great Mimosa gifted 5 memberships.
Thank you, Mimosa, for your generosity and tremendous support of the Jake Asman Show.
Mimosa, thank you as always. Good luck. You're in for 5. Again, last call for raffle entries. Shout out to Gator for the mastery behind the scenes. I just put up the calls and try and find good callers that will have good flow. I did enjoy Gary and PBM trying to have a serious debate on Victor Wembanyama if he's a dirty player or not, as Big Show is plopping or whatever Beast referred to that was. All right, today's closer is a guy that used to call all the time. I'm hoping he's doing well. Ladies and gentlemen, Scott is on the line. Hello, Scott.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Hey, Scott.
Well, holy fuck balls. What's up, dude?
Holy fuck balls to you.
You betcha. First responders, always, of course. Thank you for being you. Ladies, percentages. It's wonderful what you're doing for this community and everybody. So what do you want to talk about? See, you always get me.
Well, where you been?
Same place. I just haven't want to, I'll be quiet. Same place, dude.
You're still in the Albany area, if I remember correctly? Capital region?
You betcha.
Are you going to come to any games this year, Scott? We're going to see you for the Dolphin game on the 25th in October.
Who wants to see this at a game?
Oh, I'd love nothing more.
Nothing. Yes, wonderful. But you know what? Fuck it. This is how it's going down. The Knicks have to actually win. That's it. Fuck you know. San Antonio winning whatever game. Knicks, you have to win. That's it. No one cares about basketball. Kansas City, Midwest, New York City is basketball. When the fuck was the last time New York City actually won something? Never.
In basketball?
Yeah.
1973.
Yeah, 73. All right. Dave the Butcher. Yeah. So, it's
So what are you doing for work these days, Scott?
I can't tell you.
Secret? Are you a secret agent?
No, just I can't tell you.
Are you looking for like Are you working for like one of those like federal agencies like CIA, FBI, Secret Service?
How do I say this?
Did you sign an NDA like Allen had to when he worked for the NFL?
I mean, looking for any of that, like, NSA, ICE, NFL, that means nothing. No. Let's just say that. If you tell me, hey, I want to talk to Michael Jordan and I'm best friends with Michael Jordan's agent or his friend, or I want to talk to whoever, that's irrelevant to me.
Are you Secret Service? Were you with the president at Madison Square Garden last night?
No. But you understand, like, that he's a psychopath. He's a narcissistic dude. Has to be anyone that has is a narcissist has to have a opera mind that has to have something recorded. Hey, did you see this? I was there. Did you happen to see me?
So when you go to sporting events, you never take a picture to remember the memory?
Who cares? That's nothing. Big deal.
So when you go to a Jets game, you won't get in the group photo with all of us?
Oh, absolutely. Everyone in the Asmaniac community, anyone that's part of the Jets, of course. But you say to me, "Oh my OMG, this is a photograph of this individual." Come on.
So celebrities don't do much for you.
Zero.
So if Joe Namath said, "Hey Scott, love your calls on the Jake Asman Show. I'd love to get a picture with you," you'd say no?
Why would he like my calls? He's not listening. What does
How
he
do you
actually
know?
think of my goals? He's not. Of course. Listen,
But what if he did?
if he did, I say, Joe, you know what? Just like Ric Flair, we're the Jets. We love any motherfucker that wants to be a Jets that makes us relevant. We love you forever. We don't care who the fuck you are. I think I speak for everybody, right? Who cares who it is? We just want to be a winner for some time in our lifetime. We haven't won fucking. Yes.
Have you and Beast met before?
No.
Ouch! Hey, hit my teeth. Oh well.
Okay,
welcome to my world, pal. Did anyone ever tell you look like the singer from System of a Down?
Never.
I've heard. Well, you've heard the name System of a Down, haven't you? Not.
So should our defense cover the B gaps? Yes or no? Uncovered or covered? And who's coming in? Because if you don't, if you're going to go man, if you want to go man defense, or if you want to go zone, either way,
If you want to mix,
it's not going to work.
Play mix and match. It's like a game of memory. All you gotta do is put the cards on the table. There you go. Except mix and match, mix and match, mix and match. And
No,
I mean,
that makes no sense.
I'm not a memory person. I like a good game of Battleship, and I like to blow shit up in Battleship. I love blowing stuff up, especially if I Battleship.
So you want to run man, and you want to go in late into December, January, and if it's man to man, you realize that's not good. Everyone knows that you don't run man to man. You run a zone. You can't have an offensive line be continuity with the amount of steps that they need in crappy weather, meaning the actual turf. It doesn't work that way. So we like to run man. Okay, fine.
Wait.
That's totally cool. That's totally okay. So man to man and red zone is fine. Otherwise,
First of all, I don't know if I'm talking to a ballerina on crack cocaine or someone's brain is somewhere out in Mars somewhere. But unfortunately, there has to come plugs and points. And yes, I did that. I take a quote from the great Rodney Dangerfield, as he said, if you want to win games, you need plugs and points. And one, plugs and points is your key element. Key element number two, if you want to win games, you gotta stay 5-10 steps ahead of the game. And number three, if you really want to dig deep and you want to go that extra step, you gotta learn to live for it, because you know what? You gotta be big enough, bad enough to want it. If you don't want to take it now, then you ain't got what it takes to be here.
So you're going to tell me with your knowledge, you're going to win games because of your knowledge. I can't wait to hear it. Please.
Knowledge I've learned for over 30 years. I mean, examples, A, B, and C. See, I played a lot.
Maybe next week you figured it all out. Come on. I want to hear how you run a defense.
I think Big Joe might need an intro.
Yeah, it's nice. I like my recliner. No, I just called to check in.
Big Joe.
I don't like all those wrinkles on my head. I don't have that many wrinkles.
We're talking about Big Joe.
My implants are coming in 3 months.
The Kardashian ones?
I put the jet gear on for you. Been running some errands earlier. Came home just chilling.
Big Joe.
Big Joe, what the fuck's up, brother? How are you, sir?
Okay. I'm with it now.
My pleasure. How are you? So what do you think? So what do you want for our
that's doing a lot better. No more nerve pain. Thank you.
We're talking
Do
about
you
Big
want a
Joe.
34,
He's a coach.
a 43, a 51? How do you want to
What
run our
really helped
defense?
was the surgery. It took away my nerve pain.
I'm glad you feel no comfort, brother.
Yeah. I'm good to go.
You're good to go? Nerves are bad, dude. They don't.
I got you.
I hope you feel wonderful. That's my point. And everybody out there feels wonderful, but nerves? Ooh, brother.
Big Joe.
Big Joe. So, how many wins are we going to have? 5? 4? 3, 2, 1?
We're talking about Big Joe. Joe, he's a coach.
I'm going to say 5 wins. Do you know why? Because I'm going to say Gino, he only looks at one direction, which is the anchor, which is the dominant eye. He doesn't look off anybody. And I don't want to hear someone say, I look at, what the fuck? I don't listen to it. The fuck is it? So one thing I can't understand.
Big Joe.
I don't know what that.
Okay, so if you're Gino, and you have to look at the defense, what are you looking at?
That's not me. Nope.
Just a question. I don't know.
I'm not even rocking at all.
We're talking about Big Joe. Joe, he's a coach.
So, are you looking at our offensive weapons or the defensive positions, which their first initial movement with the first step? I'm just curious. I'm just asking. Because you would know, even with a front for whatever they change to, whatever that it's called walking, and they show you what are they moving to. That's my first thing. Okay. Free safety, strong safety, up, down. What are they moving to? That's the first thing that I look for. High, low, interior defense, which would be the inside linebacker or the Will or the Sam. Either way.
Good job.
Talking about Big Joe.
The chefs need to figure out what it's not, but you guys aren't responsible.
It's our fault, Jose.
Is that Mad Max?
So don't get followed.
Mad Max, did you actually build muscle? Did you build muscle? I'm asking you. Come on.
Oh man, Scott. How you doing? Let me teach you some karate class. Scott, I don't say what these things,
What's up, Mr. Hanson? Did you actually build muscle?
Scott. Let me teach you.
Come on, Hanson.
Rick, let's see.
Oh boy, did you build muscle? Yes or no?
Yeah. What do you think of that, Scott?
My forearms are more muscular than your waist, but that's all right. I still like you.
I think Scott, I have bigger muscles than you. 0.
I think Gary could crush you like that.
I think I can crush Beastbreaker. His muscles are all fat.
See? That's it. Just like that. Gary would beat your ass just like that. You would say, "Hey, good job," and Gary would, boom.
Yeah.
Right?
Can you hear me?
No. Do you hear me now?
Good job. I mean, you can hear me.
Can you hear me?
Scott.
No,
Yeah, you can.
we don't hear you, dude. You're,
Yeah, where is Beastburger? Because Beast is virgin.
Hey, you never know. I'm sorry you can't sing it not the right way. The Mormon attack of that fire. Let's give it to him straight.
oh my god.
All right.
Can we actually talk about football or no? Can we talk about football or no? Is that too much of our not you, Gary, but can we talk football or no?
I mean, jeez.
This is real fucking sad. Really bad.
I'm not that worried about it.
I am because it's
I mean,
okay.
jeez. I'm not that worried about it.
I mean, okay, so if
all right. Jeez.
if we go to actually football, like the B gap, what our linebacker do?
I mean,
what's our defensive tackle going to do? And why would he move that way? I'm just asking. Yeah. Good job. Good job. Right. Good job.
Good job.
I mean,
good job.
Jeez.
It's God. This is the problem.
About it.
I hear you, Gary.
I mean, all right. Jeez.
I mean, did Beast take a shit today? Did he show his tits? That's what we're talking about. That's what's relevant.
I mean,
in June.
Jeez.
Yeah. Hey, hey, Max, come on, Max. Yeah, good job.
Jeez.
Good job.
Just asking.
Can you hear me?
No, I can't hear you. Good job.
Good job.
I mean,
holy shit. Okay, this was. There you go.
Can you hear me?
Let's lose weight together. Let's figure out how to lose weight together. Oh my god. This is how you lose weight, bro. Oh my god. Hey, what's up, Jason?
Can't pass away. Nice work on gun control. But do you have the heavy missiles like this that control the 82nd Airborne? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying for it. They're trying to get the big biceps like yourself.
If I had to sound like Enzo Amore and just go, my name is Enzo Amore, and I'm a certified G and a bona fide stud, and you can't teach that. Right?
You'll never get my chicken soup recipe. I'm not saying that Glowski takes steroids. Give me some of it. Hey, Charles! Who is that lovely lady? Sing it this way, Charles!
Charles! What's up, dude? No, it's AI. I forget it. It's AI. No. Is Big Cho available? No. I'm done. Goodbye. I'm not dealing with AI. There's no AI. Ladies, percentages. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Good job.
What's... yeah, there you go. Yeah. Is that what you want? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Anybody? Oh shit, Robert C. What's up, dude?
Hi, Jake. How are you?
It's your forum. Go ahead, talk.
Hey, all you freaky ass maniacs. Click the like button and send in your super chats. I'm gonna take a shit on this couch.
Jets got to get things going next week. I mean, they play Pittsburgh and they play New England after that, and probably the week after New England's the bye week. They're going to play Miami twice in December. They've got the Texans. I think they're going to play Jacksonville again. I mean, you all have a good week.
Oh no. Okay, so this is the Jet Talk Forum. Everybody, hello. So wonderful that you're available to talk to us.
Good job.
We are seeking somebody to call in and say hello. Anybody? Who wants to say hello? Richard Dawson, survey said. Who wants to call in? Anybody? Or you want to talk about I think the Jets
look at my new hat.
B-Mac.
I'm a Steelers fan now. Women hate my dude face. Now I'm such a fraud. I'd eat Rogers' poop right from the source before he wipes.
I'm wondering if we can, BMAC, get the AI shit gone. Bye-bye. I think they just could actually win 7 games. How are we going to do it if we can run the ball? We have 2 bookend tight ends, 2 bookend tight tackles. Wow. Hell. Oh, my God. Our Mike Backer is going to be amazing. He's going to teach everybody. And, oh, my God. Hell. Our defensive coordinator, linebacker, is going to teach us everything. Come on. Mad Max, come on. Let's see it, brother. Mad Max, come on.
Let me say the VMAX. Let me say my muscles. I will show you.
Come on, brother. Mad Max.
Look at my back. I have a bigger back.
Oh, it's huge.
You guys see me now. Look at my.
Oh,
look
fuck,
at my
dude.
muscles.
You look amazing.
All the time. Look at my back. Look at my back. I have a bigger back than Beast Breaker.
Pathetic. You are not God. You are a say it.
Look at my old forearms.
Hey, Jason.
Sadiq. Certified freak. Just got off the John. Oh, yeah. We're running.
I thought the show was going to be over 45 minutes ago, but Scott, I'm so glad you called in. Please call again soon, my man. All right.
Well, we didn't talk about anything, so I'm glad you're doing okay. I'm glad your channel is wonderful, doing better. But the only problem is we haven't reached 50,000 plus subscribers. I want to know why.
Well,
That's
the
the
Jets
problem.
being bad has been the biggest detriment for that. We're not seeing the same growth we were a couple of years ago when there was hype and excitement. Even last year, there was a new regime. So winning cures all. That's the biggest thing.
Well, on the field, what do you expect? What do you want from the Jets? I'm just asking personally. I don't care like who you know personally outside of field or AG or the collective. Forget that. I'm saying personally. What do you actually think with all these new people that we're actually going to do? Because here's what happens. we're going to be decent the first 3, 4, 5 games. And then our rookies, which we start a lot, once people get game tape on them, it's going to be a problem. Because we don't know what we're going to do. The other team doesn't know what we're going to do. Okay, fine.
Well, they got to survive the first couple of games, though, because there's a lot of new on the Jets as well. And the schedule's not easy at the beginning. So I think they got to get off to a 2-2 start to have a real season here.
I agree. But it doesn't make a difference if we lose the first game. Who cares? So
it does if you lose the second, the third, and the fourth game after that.
Bullshit, dude. We lose the first game. What about game 8 or 9?
Yeah, but you got to get to game 8 or 9. You got to build wins early to get confidence that your program is actually headed in the right direction.
So you lose the first game, you win, go 2-3 the rest of the way. That's my point. And then 4, 5, 6, we start working it. But we lost the first game. And
but if they lose the first game, where are the wins coming from? You think they're going to win the second, the third, or the fourth game against better teams?
Here's the deal. No. At some point, who are the best coaches in the NFL? That's my point. It's not so how do you think we're going to win a game? If talent is equal.
You don't think Glenn could be better than Robert Saleh week 1?
Defensively, no, thank you. Even though Robert Saleh runs a 4-3 defense and he doesn't change it. That's fine.
How many wins do you think the Jets are going to get if they can't beat the Titans week 1?
5.
I mean, I'm at 6, so we're not that far off.
Either way. But the point is, it's not if you win or lose, how are you close? Do you have sustainability? Do you have comeback ability? Do you have something where your coach says, hey, we have something that they haven't seen yet, or I can out-scheme them? I'm not saying you specifically. You're saying, and everybody else, that we can actually beat a team, our coach staff versus the other coach staff. I'm just asking in general. You think we can beat them?
I don't have a whole lot of confidence, but I do think they could win week 1. And I also will say this. Our head coach does have superpowers, Scott.
Play call is my superpower, really.
He told us that. So maybe that will give us a chance. All right, I got to run. Scott, please call again soon. We'll have more football discussion. There'll be some OTAs to discuss tomorrow, so there'll be some actual on-field topics to delve into. Derek, thank you for the extra gifted membership here. One of you got it, so thank Derek if it was you. And Shooter says, not a basketball fan, but I was rooting for your Knicks. But after seeing these Knicks fans jumping Spurs fans on the street, I don't know. Your thoughts? Well, those fans are morons. I don't even want to call them fans. You're not a Knicks fan if you're getting into a street fight with people after games. So those people should be arrested, and they don't represent the fan base. 99.9% of Knicks fans are celebrating, loving this team. There's been no violence in any of these gatherings after the games. So I can't speak to what happened in Bryant Park last night or Central Park, wherever the big incident was. But, those people don't represent real fans. And shame on anyone who puts their hands or does any sort of physical violence on a Spurs fan. It's ridiculous. You want to boo them? You want to, troll them or make a comment or whatever? That's fine. But physical violence, come on. Ozzy at the buzzer here. He's in the raffle for another entry. Ozzy, I appreciate you. Thank you very much. I have counted all the names. Ladies and gentlemen, what we're going to do now is we are going to bring on the master of raffle ceremony so we can spin the wheel of champions to dish out a signed Vinny T jersey. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time.
Just leave a message. Just leave a message. Thank you.
Jacques Rougeau of the Mountie is back in business. Ladies, bring the wheel up. And remember, folks, I am the Mountie, and I enforce the law. You can try to run, but you can never hide. I'm the Mountie. The LT always gets his man. Now to spin the wheel of champions.
It's time to announce the winners of the weekly Asmaniac raffle. Let's spin the Jake Asman Show Wheel of Champions and find out which Asmaniac is winning an epic prize.
I didn't know where Beast was going with that one, but I thought he nailed it. All right, folks, as you can see, all the names are not on the wheel yet. Why is that? Because I need them to load. And they now have, boom, all the names are on the Wheel of Champions. Who's going to win a signed Vinny Testaverde jersey? We're going to find out shortly. If you are the winner, to claim your prize, email me, asmanjake@gmail.com, your name and address, so we know where to send that jersey to. Good luck to everyone. Thanks for your support, especially on a slower news cycle day here in June. You guys are the greatest. The winner is Derek, the Kansas Jet fan. Give it up for Derek, an awesome listener who just won another signed jersey.
He's the brother man, Kansas dude who loves the Jets. He's the brother man, can't be more polite and chat. He's the brother man, they call him Derek and he's totally cool. He's the brother man, he's Derek, the Kansas Jets fan.
Derek, congratulations, man. I got your address. Just shoot me an email just to confirm that you want me to send it to the place where I've sent your other raffle prizes, and we will take care of that one for you. But awesome guy winning an awesome jersey. So that's great. Derek, congratulations once again. I think you won a Kevin Mawai jersey recently. Signed Kevin Mawai jersey, now signed Vinny T jersey. So you got the center quarterback combination of arguably the most successful Jets team that wasn't the Super Bowl III team, the 98 Jets. So that's pretty cool. Derek, congrats again. Big thank you to Joe Blewett for the excellent film review. Thanks to all the callers today, the real ones and the fake ones. You guys are great and gave us a ton of laughs on a day where I really needed some laughs following that Knick game last night. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. We got Omari Brown joining me in the morning, but I leave you all with this message. The message is, let's go Jets and let's go Knicks. Knicks in 5, baby. You got to believe. We'll talk to you soon.
Say go New York, go New York, go! Go New York, go New York, go!
Sadiq, certified freak. Just got off the John. Oh yeah, we're running.
Oh, hi. Jake wants me to ask you to click on the like button.
That's right, Lane. And if they don't subscribe to the Jake Asman Show, this team may never win another game. Let's go Jets.